I just really wanna dance with my Glock out. If she bad, fuck around and pull my cock out. I mean, goddamn, shawty, what else could I brag about? I pay no mind to the beat, but I'm a cash cow. Okay, now wait a minute, wait a goddamn minute. I Cupid shuffle till the fucking magazine is finished. I think you niggas need to recognize I'm gon' replenish. I got that 4-5 spinning, but the 9 is timid. Okay, gotta break it out of shell. Give these niggas hell. Only time I'm dancing when these bands stack themselves. Get it by myself, or get it with some help. Passive on the mic is like a classic on the shelf. I fucking dance, hit my step, left, yeah, right foot, click, clack, booming out the barrel, coming for my spot, you should stop, this is not a Smith & Wesson, it's a cop.
Always good. I never get sick of that song. I fucking love it. I literally have like the dance down to it.
There's a dance?
Kind of. I mean, me and Passive were dancing in the theater room to that song. There's a little left, right, little Cupid shuffle dance he threw in there when he sang
it. I missed that part. I just came in and
they recorded us dancing in there. I remember it. It was probably one of my funnest days. I loved recording Blackout. It like opened me up.
I was driving for like 4 hours that day, or no, 10 hours.
Woof.
Yeah.
Nothing like talking about swinging your Glock out when you're barely keeping your eyes open.
What do you mean by that?
I don't remember how far we drove that day. I don't think we drove that far.
Like no, y'all didn't drive. I went back to my boss's
you
wedding.
had that thing.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Y'all were all happy-go-lucky, singing and drinking and dancing like musical merrymen, and I was trying to show face at my day job, which worked out.
There you go.
See?
I haven't been fired.
Well, there's that.
Welcome to the Somewhat Honest Music Review Show, where we listen to tracks from people in our Discord community and give them hopefully useful reviews and reactions and responses to their somewhat good music. Is that fair?
What a lukewarm intro.
Very.
What a lukewarm intro. We've only been doing this for 2 years. You've got that hosting gig down.
You think you can do better?
Sure. All right. Cue the music. In comes D-Bird. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Wednesday Review Show, where we're going to listen to your shitty-ass music and do ratings based on a scale of 10. And we're going to say, here's what I liked, here's what I hated, and do better. Or couldn't do better. This is the best thing I've ever fucking heard. Tip us $5, skip to the front of the line, and that's what gets us fucking hard is money, because we are bribable. So get your fucking songs in, get your money up, and we're about to listen to some music, fool.
Tip us 10 and I'll say I liked it.
Nah. Tip me 20. I'm gonna fucking show off my abs on camera.
There's no amount of money that you could tip me to make me like something that was garbage. I'm sorry, folks.
Yeah, I guess that would be hard. But
all right.
You see it in my face.
We got a long list tonight. We've got 19 in the queue so far. If you're new here, I don't see any new names, but first thing we do is we listen to the Twitch subscribers and YouTube members first. So shout out to those folks who are subs and members. And then after that, we listen to the broke people who can't afford to get a hamburger entree from their favorite fast food shop.
Inflation, man.
It's tough. It's tough out here.
It really is.
I was telling Ray the other day, that's why I got fucking Smart Oven, because I can go to Burger King and, of course, get my nice little Whopper meal, and that's cost me like $16. Or I can, get a meal from this food plan that costs $12 and lasts me 2 days.
My dog is mad at inflation as well.
I'm sorry for your.
Like, that sounds like a kid yelling, kind of. What the fuck is going on in D-Birds?
Yeah, that's actually my dog. You probably speak dog and can hear him express his displeasure.
Speak, buddy.
All right. So first up in the queue is I should probably have it open before I open my mouth. Subscriber by the name of Dog Tags. First in line today.
DT.
Perfect. I'll understand him.
What?
I speak dog.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
got that dog in you?
Just don't crack jokes, Nikki.
Nikki got that dog in her today. That means minus 3 points from whatever score that she gives you.
What the fuck? Where does this curved grading scale come from?
It comes from, as D Bird said, 2 years of doing the show and seeing how you grade things and level setting the field down to normalcy.
That's balls.
All right. Dog Tags. Where's Dog Tag? Is Dog Tags here? He's usually here front and center giving everybody like 2s and 3s.
You know, that's a fucking move, I think, where it's like, all right, I'm gonna submit my music, I'm gonna get a 4, but I'm gonna spend the rest of the night giving everybody less than me just because fuck y'all.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's probably what some of you people should be doing is, out here like slandering everybody else, and then when yours comes up, you're like 8, 9.2.
This shit's fire. 11 out of 10.
Just be like, oh man, I listened to this the other day and it was just hot. It was better than everything else in the queue.
Yeah, you got to make a bunch of alts, just a wall of 10s.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna chase down your alternate accounts. Ray Stans might, but if you got like 10 alts and you're telling me the track's fire, I might believe you.
Yeah, Ray Stans is our quality control.
Fucking QA teams, hate them.
Hey,
right.
Fuck
What?
you.
There we go. -3 from me. All right. We got no X Ray tonight. That's crazy. I got used to y'all doing a back and forth song, and now my night is totally ruined by the lack thereof.
Yeah, what the fuck is this? Should we quit? Should we end the stream?
I think so. All right, folks. This is good talking to you. Oh, we're not really quitting? Oh, shit. My bad. All right, Dog Tags. This is track 2. No further details or information other than wanting overall feedback. So, fuck it. All right, start the show. That's the obvious loop. We've heard it twice. What did y'all think about Dog Tags track 2?
I liked the melodies of it. Unfortunately, it was all mud butt. It was all blended together and just
It was Mud Butt.
It was Mud Butt. It sounded like Mud Butt. And what I mean by that, Mr. Dog Tags, is everything was distorted, everything was blended together or not blended together and just kind of meshed, clashed. It was almost unlistenable. But that being said, if you cleaned it up and actually clean the samples, whatever you have to do to filter out all the noise, could have been pretty cool. I think you raised the drums a little bit, lowered the sample like hisses and shit. Could be pretty dope. As it is today, 4 because of the grossness.
Yeah, you had this layer on it that made it really hard to listen to. It was either like distorted or crinkle crunchy like layer on it. It was hard to listen to. I liked the melody in it. The little segue, I feel like when you have the change, there needs to be, it goes back to the regular beat, and I feel like you should, give that a little bit more space and play with that melody a little bit more for, 4 bars or something. To give it a nice little sectioned off breakup. I'm not sure quite. I could see like more eclectic artists going on this. If you like, it's just really crunchy. It's really crunchy. It sounds like I'm walking in the fall time through a field of crunchy leaves and listening to old like 1950s song. So just, clean it up a little bit. It sounds like unmixed or overmixed and overprocessed and modulated. I'm going to give it a 5. For where
what?
I said for where it's at.
Oh.
By Mud Butt, I meant it sounds like crinkly sound when I agreed with D-Bird. Not that it actually sounds like poop, but like just...
Yeah. It's Mud Butt. It just clashes all the distortion.
Flattery.
Gotcha. Okay. I like the basis of the loop. The thing that I felt like was lacking was the percussions didn't stand out over it. So that's the Mud Butt that everybody else is kindly referring to. So maybe if the snares were more front and center, you sent a new one.
It sounded unmixed.
Hold on.
Dog Tags, like completely like
God damn it.
raw dog tags.
Raw Dog Tags.
Raw dog tags.
Yay.
Like, putting that in your mixed name if it's unmixed.
That's the next beat tape.
I need to remember to check Dog Tag's threads because he sent one, then he sent another one in his thread.
It's because he gets all excited because he posts it as soon as I close the queue. I'm like, what son of a gun did I accidentally log into the queue? And then I'm like, oh, it's Dog Tags posting in there.
He's saying that he got this played on a Sunday show. I'm on the Sunday show. What?
You were gone for a month, or
did
2
I
weeks.
say it was the same thing? God, I hate reviewing the same sound twice.
Hold on, let me fire up his new track.
Mr. Change.
I thought it sounded familiar, but I wasn't quite 100% sure.
Guess I was gone for a month, wasn't I?
Right. The Discoverer. Right.
Let's listen to a little bit of Play With Love. See what this one has. Maybe it fixes the Mud Butt.
with you,
That was his follow-up submission, and he wanted to know if the chops sound clean on this one. I think the chops sound clean. I'm guessing that this isn't meant for somebody to really slap vocals on top of. It's more of just like a presentation vibe type music. Because otherwise, I would say that the sample just goes too long to be usable from an artist perspective. But if it's purely just I'm going to play this while a bunch of people are dancing and mingling, then I think it's meant for somebody to what the hell does that say?
Rap on.
Meant for somebody to rap on. Nobody's rapping on like that sample because it's playing too much. Yeah. The moment that it went more than like 20 seconds, like when it hit the like 1 minute mark, I was like, all right, you got to cut it off. And then the sample stayed for the rest of the song. So yeah, some people would rap over it, but you've now narrowed down the window of potential artists to like those people who just hear something that sounds cool and they'll just rap over anything versus some people who want to like do different intricate things with the beat and come in and out. So yeah, people would rap on it, but now you've narrowed it from maybe like 50% of the rap market to like 10%. So, it's purely a choice from a production standpoint, but certainly yours to have. I'll give it a 6 because it's just so narrow in that way that I can't give it higher, even though the chops are clean.
So anyone that would try to rap over this, like if that's the true intention, you need to turn that sample down. I was thinking it anyways. You should turn that main sample down just because it was a little overpowering. But that being said, I think you'd have a much better holistic product if you used only a little bit of that sample. Keep the chorus parts because that part was fire. Instead of doing the whole song the whole time, just do the right? Like I can hear it in the background. There's parts of it that are just, if you just use select slices of that, maybe keep the whole as an intro, select slices for the verse, and then keep the chorus. Regardless of all that, this was a bop. This was fun. It was, really cool to listen to. I loved the bass guitar in it. Great drums. I actually had a lot of fun listening to it. It's not at a point where I'd say it's rappable, but I think that it's very slight adjustments if that's your intention. I'll give it a 7.5 just for a unique listening experience. It would be a 9 with proper song structure.
What up, Bad Conduct? Welcome back.
Yeah, I'm kind of where everybody else is at with this too. I felt like the structure, the structure was a little bit different. And I one thing that you did like this weird like key drop, which kind of add a little bit more funk to it, which would have made, I liked how it did. It wasn't, I think that you've done this before with like key changes and it didn't sound bad like this time. So I did want to notate on that. I liked the funky feel of it. I feel like the sample also was loud. That was, especially if you want someone to be on this, will never choose something where I compete with sample. I tend to stay away from samples. But yeah, overall, I'm going to give this a 6.2. Just bring the sample back, I think would bring this up to like a 6.8 for me. And then, just work on the structure a little bit too. I agree with Ebert on that. But I didn't mind it. It was nice, funky bop.
All right. Shout out Dog Tags. I'm sure he'll be sticking around and giving you guys some solid 3s and 4s the rest of the night till he gets tired of you. Next up is
Or us.
Huh? What?
I said or us till he gets tired of us.
Y'all got some songs in the queue? I don't got shit in the queue.
Let me ask you this, Dice. Have you ever heard Rock Marciano?
I heard Rock Marciano once long ago when everybody was like, oh my God, this guy is so awesome. And then I listened and I wasn't amused, pleased, or indifferent, and then I just never listened ever again.
Maybe I'll do some side research. We'll take it offline, as they say in the corporate world. But I feel like it's been mentioned so many times where I want to hear the beat differently, and someone's like, no, Rock Marciano. I'm like, all right.
Yeah. So, and that's why I said it's like, sure, somebody will rap on it, but it's like, are you making beats only for Rock Marciano and Westside Gunn? Or are you making beats because you want to try to appeal to any potential artist that may hear that and say, oh, I'd like to do a song on this? Because if all you're going to do is shop beats to Rock Marciano and Westside Gunn, then sure, make drumless beats. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. That's why I mentioned that your pool of audience goes from wide to narrow. Certainly there are people who like it. They'll rap on it. They'll do a great job. I'm not saying that never will happen, but I'm just putting perspective in, like, because a lot of people who come on this show, they don't have that, you know. I noticed Dog Tags is more perceptive of his audience and whatnot. A lot of people are just like, oh man, I'm going to make beats and people are going to rap on it. And that's not going to happen if you just make drill beats or drumless beats or just a loop every now and then. Like, thinking of like how to make your brand bigger and branch out. I'm just trying to give that kind of perspective.
And, you know, I'm coming from a place of curiosity as well. I'd be curious to hear, you know, the top 3 Rock Marciano beats that inspire you, Dog Tags. You know, let's connect on the Discord. Maybe send me a message with some suggestions. I'd like to hear them.
Well, now that you asked that, like, everybody who's in the different chats on YouTube and Twitch, put your top 3 artists so that we can all shit on you equally.
Hell yeah.
Nah, but
and unless they're Nicky Joe, Paradise, and D-Bird, I don't want to fucking hear it.
Nah, but it would give us some perspective on like what people's tastes are. You know, I think we kind of get the gist of it from the regulars now, but like for everybody else who may not know, oh, like Ray Stans is a huge, you know, I don't know,
D-Bird fan,
Sandman guy. I don't know. Just throwing it out there. What is
Dog Tag type beats? I bet you if I search that in BeatStars, will it show up?
No.
Fucking Nikki.
All right.
I like to think everybody I know is saying this. Okay.
Aesop Rock. Huh. Bunch of nerds out here. Okay.
Drop. Fat Freddy's.
Who's Drop Tool? I've never heard of Drop Tool.
I wonder if it's Fat Freddy's Drop and then Tool, like Tool the band.
Good point. No punctuation. I almost thought that was X-Rater. Fucking run-on sentences. All right, G baby, I'm gonna ignore that. Joe Boston, you're no longer a subscriber, so I'm just letting you know that I'm about to skip over your track.
Dude, subs everybody else.
Yeah, you gifted 10 subs a couple shows ago, but you're not a subscriber, so
if you're sub on auto. Or do like 6 months like I do.
So next up is Hayden X, still a member on YouTube. This is called 24 Time. Hayden, what kind of feedback are you want on this one? Is it a beat? Is it a song? Is it the mix? Just got some seasonal depression you want us to talk about? Let us know.
Oh yeah. 'Tis the season, baby. Sad boy season.
You should be coming out of it a little bit though.
No, I see a lot of people going right into it.
Yeah, I'm just starting today, baby. Let's go.
Sad boy season. I was super happy.
Fire it up. It's sad boy season and kicking us off just like nobody else can. Hayden X. Check out 24 Time.
Hi, Dinks.
it's the same sound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys ever have those tubes as a kid? The long plastic tubes where you turn
I
it
have one
upside down?
upstairs. I have one upstairs.
Yeah, yeah. That's
I
what
have,
it
like,
sounds
four
like in the
upstairs,
background.
I love those. Are so much fun. I'm like, I still do it.
Doy. Doy. Yeah.
Yeah, I have those upstairs.
Was this beat fun, Nikki?
Yeah, I liked this beat. I thought that it was a little loopy. I'm about 2 minutes in. We're right probably before you started checking it and moving it. I felt a little bit loopy. I thought you had nice little melody at the beginning, and then I felt like it got repetitive. The bass distortion, the flat bass, what I don't like that like compressed that much. It's like it's hard. It wasn't like how it is normally when it sounds crinkly. Like it sounds like it was probably mixed properly. It's just not really my style. And then also where you like dropped out at the 130, I felt like that was a little bit too long of a dropout for me. I would maybe halfway through that even like change it to just having the bass without the other instruments. Something like that. I don't know, change it up a little bit there because I was jamming and then that kind of took me out of it. So I don't know, just something about that was a little bit off for me, but I liked it overall. I think that it's definitely needs more variation because it does end up being very repetitive. Yeah, that's my main thing with it. I would give it with that bass. I probably wouldn't listen to it because the basses like that I don't like. They're the party basses. I'm gonna give it a 6.
Question from YouTube: should beat makers make a change up after 16 bars? I hope to God that you do it sooner than that. I'd say that. Yeah.
Do it after 8.
Yeah. Usually
Intro 4 bars, maybe 8.
At longest 8. At 4, you should probably think about introducing something else, right? I think in general, you want to kind of start low, build, add more layers until crescendoing at the chorus. The chorus should have the most layers, usually just one more, maybe 2 added, if you're talking about individual instruments. That being said, this beat for me was it was fun. I liked the bass. It was a little farty, as Nikki said. I think the constant zerps, right? The zerps in the background were a little distracting if you focused in on them. The biggest problem I had with this was the main melody. There was no switch ups. There was no, and that's one of those where you might want to just take it out completely, like Nikki said, or look at different keys, different octaves, right? Like, how can you be in the same sort of melody pattern
Wheelhouse
and make it make sense? Yeah. I don't know. It was too loopy, as she said. I'd give it a 6 with where it's at today too.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing that I would nitpick at is the bass that you used. It was just too prolonged without any tonal changes. So it was just constantly just throughout the back of the beat the whole time. So if you're not going to alter the pitch in any way, shape, form, I would say, cut off some of that tail end so it's just not lingering out there in the back end. I mean, I guess it might be useful for those people who are in those car clubs with millions of speakers in their cars and they just ride around with the most insane bass playing. But I think from a regular listener standpoint, it can kill people's eardrums and leave them feeling unpleasant after a while of listening to music. And it may not be like a prominent thing, but people will definitely get ear fatigue listening to your tracks, and they won't be able to tell you why, but they'll be like, man, I don't like that song, but I don't know why. And it's because you're rumbling their eardrum so much that it becomes displeasing.
Or it becomes too pleasing. They get too rumbled down in the tumbles.
I think that's called bubble guts.
I literally said that to my boss earlier. I'm like, it sounds like this guy has bubble guts because the thunder was crazy.
That is disgusting. Sky diarrhea is the worst.
There was sky diarrhea for sure. It was crazy.
Skyria.
I would say about beat makers and changing up is that, it depends on your song structure. Like I know D Bird always says like, where's the verse, where's the hook? So whether you have an 8-line verse, 16-line verse, 20-line verse, like there should be some noticeable progression within it, whether it's halfway through that verse, the last quarter of it, but there should be something where if it's not designed to be just a loop, that the artist can pick up on, okay, I need to start wrapping up my verse here, or I need to deliver my best last 4 lines because I can tell this is leading into the hook. So like you should give the artist some sonic cues to like what they need to do with the track if you're not working in the same environment with them where, you can have those conversations on hand. So in today's era of just, making beats and releasing them online, you'll have to clue some of these artists in because they're, literally just going out, finding a beat and making songs on it. And they have no idea what song structure is. So you as a producer have to show them what that song structure is. Otherwise, you might get a song back where they just rap over the whole shit and they don't even take a break. We've seen that happen plenty of times.
Listen, I have issues with song structure on some producer shit. And I'm like, even with Dice, with one song, I'm like, I think I accidentally sang my hook on a verse. Like, I can't fucking tell. It's so subtle. It's so subtle.
So what?
Shut up for not saying it.
What did you say?
Don't worry about it. I don't use that word. It's so little.
Subtle?
So little.
Subtle. I read words in my head as I say them, okay?
Subtle.
I read the beat.
Gotcha.
Fuck off.
Smash that subtle button.
Ray Stans, are you afraid of 20-line verses? What's wrong with you, bro? I thought you were the wordsmith, the word master.
Dude, fucking Dice does that shit. It's like, should have been a 16. He's like, I'm just going to do a 37. You're like, fucking what?
Give me an 8 and I'm happy. No, I normally need at least a 12. I have too much to say.
Yeah, Nikki will do like a 2-minute verse and then a 4-second hook.
I hate
JCC.
hooks.
4 lines from JCC equals 24 lines from anyone else. That's the exchange rate.
How much
that man is a treasure, and he should be honored as such.
If there's reverb on it, it's 8 because it delays a little bit.
Speaking of treasures, next up is Bizarro Ray.
Yeah, Bizarro Ray, what's up?
Where Ray Stans uses lots of syllables and clearly defined sentences. X-Rater's just like, here's some word diarrhea, figure it out. And that's okay. We accept almost everybody here at White Collar Rhymes.
I've decided from now on, I'm not making any songs. I'm just making intros over instrumentals. And it's just like me talking the whole time. No rhymes.
I'll be sure to not listen to that. All right, here's X-Rater. This is called 03003 Ocean Eyes. Okay, I can read. God damn it, use punctuation in your song titles. Fucking just one word blurb here. All right, here's Ocean Eyes. Jesus Christ, X-Rater, I'm gonna buy you a dictionary.
Hi. Hello. My name is.
This is so Canadian. I love it already.
Hey, my name is X, and I'm thinking that I'm next. Got a vision, cashing checks. I'm a wizard with the sex. Only kidding. If
Zach.
you listen for a minute, then I'll rest. I gotta ask you something. Let me get this off my chest. Can I ride your wave? Your eyes are like the ocean. Feels just like I'm floating. I came here to say you're making me lose focus. The moment I took notice, I was hopeless. So Hopelessly staring, only hope to be daring enough to openly air it. Can't cope or be careless, got some smoke, we can share it. She's a pro with the rolling, man my heart couldn't bear it, but it's already stolen. Little damsel in distress, barely handling that dress. Light a candle for your stress, on a mantle you're the best. I was Daniel, now I'm X, that's a boy to a man. Got that motion of the ocean, ride your wave if I can. Can I ride your wave? Your eyes are like the ocean, feels just like I'm floating, floating. I came here to say, you're making me lose focus. The moment I took notice, I was hopeless, so hopeless and I know it. She's a poet with that walk. If I could focus, I could float this. I'm a poet with my talk. I've been going in straight rowing, trying to make it to your dock. Clothing naked, you're still hot. Gonna be taking all this from the 6, but I'm 7.5. Dirty thoughts, let's crawl a bath. Running through my mind all times. Go on, take another lap. Go on, take another hit. Lips and hips, damn you're fit. Back to dips, the mass and tits. Stack like chips, I'm cashing in. Can I ride your way? Your eyes are like the ocean, feels just like I'm floating, floating. I came here to say, you're making me lose focus. The moment I took notice, I was hopeless, so hopeless, so hopeless. You know I'm hopeless.
All right, that was X Raider with Ocean Eyes. Hook was ass. Did not like. No bueno. The thing that I did not like about the hook was I think that there was a lack of emphasis where even if it's off, I think you still could have hit it a little bit more polished. Like I think Nikki uses the
It was
term.
so close.
Yeah, it was. Nikki uses the term vocal fries where it's like, you could have like extended out your delivery a little bit more and it would have probably polished it off a little bit better than what you did, where you kind of just like cut it short and it just sounded off key. That said,
Yeah, you
I think
got
the
pushed
verses
more.
I think the verses were solid. So I actually like the song outside of the nasty hook. I'll give it a 6.25.
Nasty. I didn't think the hook was nasty. I actually like your lyrics for the hook. I thought they were catchy. I was singing to them to try to sing them on key to see how they would sound because they were a little bit off. I definitely think that it was. I definitely think that it was a control issue with you being able to push, because I noticed it in the last verse. You pushed a little bit too much. So obviously, I think that it's definitely something that you're not used to doing a lot. I would give you advice, yes, to either vocal fry, which would be like focus, like, but dropping it, I can't. Now I have that stuck in my head. But I would definitely say to push more and close your eyes when you sing, because it sounds like it's like a light soft where you're trying to hold back, which is fucking with your vocal control. So don't sing under your throat either. I do that all the time. Don't do it. It took me a lot to get out of doing that. Always push from your diaphragm, and that'll help. But yeah, carrying out those would definitely help with that as well. I thought that the key and the tune on the hook was but the lyrics were catchy. I think that you had a nice cadence and bounce throughout your verses, and I did like your verse, your tone. I definitely think that it could have been polished up, tightened up just a little bit in a couple different spots, just even different inflections and emphases. I don't know what the plural is of that throughout it. So definitely check out that. Well, you already released it. So I would say, next time just try to, I don't know, I feel like you could really do it all with a little bit more emotion. I feel like you need to maybe memorize your lyrics more, close your eyes and deliver, just put a little bit more into emphasize. Just put a little bit more into it because I liked it. but I feel like I could have felt you more through it. Oh shit. I'm gonna give it a 6.8 because I did like it. I just didn't like the key of the hook. She wanted me
0.8
to
is
do the
back,
hook.
baby.
There it is. Yeah, I mean, I think everyone covered all of the parts that I was going to mention. Overall, I did like it in general. I like what you were going for. I thought the rapping was pretty decent. The hook was by far just the fly in the soup, if you will. Yeah, all those tips Nikki said. If you are looking to redo it, I think that would only make the song stronger. I'll give it a 6.
All right. Lots of sixes from there, according to a poll from the American Physician Society. That's the average for the United States.
For songs that are terribly sung,
Yeah,
but have good
correct.
verses? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
You know it. All right. Next up in
I don't know anything.
Okay. Next up in the queue for the subscribers is none other than JCC himself.
Whoa, what? The God King himself, Jikaka,
Is back.
shit. All right, let's play this shit.
Yeah. Welcome back.
Jikaka.
Another rough draft.
Yeah, why bother submitting a finished song to us, right?
Yeah. Why not? Just give us the rough.
I like your rough. Let's go.
Ah, love it.
I mean, it's got to be longer than All Savants. Yeah, it's 3 minutes. All right. At least it's not All Savant rough draft where it's like a minute
How
of
much
him
reverb got on it?
scatting and shit. All right. Shout out to X Raider. Looking forward to hearing whatever new singing shit it is that you come up with. I'm sure it will be leaps and bounds better than what we just heard. Here is JCC with Gon' Do Great.
Boy, I know you're gonna do great if you keep your head on straight. Down on these twists and these turns, but you'll learn how you're gonna find your way. You gotta be patient, cause sometimes life it don't make sense. You'll soon come to find that you'll wish to rewind to the time that you think that you're wasting. Life's gonna come at you fast. Try to make the good times last. And for the time in between, try to follow your dreams. Don't get stuck in the past. Oh. Life gets heavy, know it's wearing on ya. Sight gets blurry through the smoking clouds of marijuana. Yeah, you're stuck inside a box, and it's starting to get hot like you were in a sauna. You're sweating out the shots, drops of the Americana. You drink to start your day, you say because you need it. You say you feel defeated when you wake up. All your energy is depleted. You're giving too much attention to your demons. It's time you know your worth. Start your search for inner meaning. Tick, tick, tick. Fuck you, I'm sick of your shit. There's a reason that I call you a bitch. I don't have the patience for this. If we were pressing rewind, then when's the last time you said you would quit? You can't even care for yourself. How you ever gonna care for a kid? Fuck. You're 24, still don't have a clue who you are. You say that you need to recover, you're already healed, you just pick at the scars. You sit all alone in your room, stare at me and your friends at the bar. If you stick to the path, it's only gonna take you so far. All your priorities misaligned, you soak and you sit inside. Pray for some guidance, but always too faded to see the signs. Can't blame your friends, they ain't reading minds. Oh my, oh why? Watching these days they go by, just so you can lay low, get high. You can see the pain flow out my eye. This is the voice that you try to ignore, but it ain't the same as before. You know that you're tripping, you're trying to fix it. I'm just trying to keep you on course. You're so used to coddling ever since your parents divorced. So if you're not gonna change, I'll break out the chains, I'ma take it by force. So much wasted potential. Open your eyes, start using your mind, man. You know that it's mental. You know what this pen do. I've been using this music as something to vent through. Started to open up things that you didn't intend to. But damn, it's depressing. Every song's like a therapy session. Outside of this music, can't look in the mirror cause you carry this fear of reflection. So never veer in direction. No matter how clear the truth it appears, these tears always stem from depression. So where you gonna take it from here is the question.
All right. Well, that was JCC with track. Gonna do great. What did y'all think of that?
I thought it doesn't matter what I think. What did you think, Nick?
Bert, I like your thoughts. Tell me what your thoughts are.
I'll tell you what I thought. That shit was fucking fire. Come on, get the fuck out of here. This was dope. The voice, the singing, like the talent is just kind of off the fucking charts. And we need to hear more of this. I think that the singing was great. The rap was a good compliment to it. The drums came in on the beat exactly where I wanted them to. I was kind of thinking, man, the drums would be so fucking sweet. Boom. There, they just smacked me in the face. I think that the only sort of parts that I would suggest improving is just the mix. I mean, the mix on the rap specifically, it felt like just a little like, I don't want to say nasally, but like you could kind of just hear the quality of it while the rap was going on. I think the cadence was fine. The delivery was great for what it was, the kind of understated beat. It's just a matter of getting mixed. And he said there's a rough draft, so it sounds like that's still, to be done. I'll give this 9.
Jesus Christ.
I liked
It's
it.
amazing. All right, JCC. I love you. Your voice is great. It's beautiful. Mostly for me, it was your mix. Which I know you said is a rough draft. But yeah, so your sibilant plosives, your brights are too high. You have a lot of mouth noises. I heard that a lot. But I always love your content. You always have, even if it's not your whole song, you always have you make higher consciousness, conscious rap, and I like it. That's a lot of stuff that I listen to. So I always love your message and yours. Yeah, you got a very noisy mouth. So do I. And that's why I think I hate it, because that's all I hear. Yeah, I hate mouth noises. They're the worst. But I liked this overall. For me, the main thing was the mix. I thought that your content was good. I thought that, your delivery was good. Your vocal control, everything, and your singing was beautiful. Your key was good. I'm going to give this, because the mix is rough, I'm going to give this a 7.5. I want to hear it fully finished.
Yeah,
I like it so far.
Mix was boo-boo. Singing was good. For some reason, you always nail the mix on your singing, and then when you start rapping, it's just you just say fuck it and just say I'm just gonna rap and then send this shit off and pray, cross my fingers, and bow to a Buddha temple statue or some shit like that. I don't know why you never mix your rapping, but that's okay because this is a work in progress. So I will continue just talking shit about it until it's done. Yeah, I like it. I think the rapping when you first came in kind of started off rough and it felt a little bit out of place, not out of pocket, but it kind of smoothed itself over. So I'll give it a 6.5. Probably get a 7.5 once it actually gets mixed, but good stuff nonetheless. Good to hear from you.
7.5 when it's mixed.
Yeah.
You're smoking fucking dick.
It's
That's
a good
crazy.
It's a good song, but it's not a song that I'm like, wow, this is the most amazing song ever. It's a great song from JCC. Is it like, oh my God, this song is monumental, I'm gonna mark my calendar? No, it's a good song.
I would put that in a Spotify playlist.
It would go in my playlist too, but I'm not gonna be like,
You can have 7.5s in your playlist.
yeah, You have fours on your playlist?
No.
Exactly.
Proving my own point. I don't know what you're
No,
saying.
you didn't,
Exactly.
you didn't prove shit. I tell you all the time, 6 to 8 is normal, like good music.
Smoking fucking
If you're
crap.
if you're making a song that I'm gonna give a 9 or a 10, I'm gonna tell you, why are you submitting it to us 3 fucks? I'm gonna tell you, you need to go and like find a manager and go like tour on that one song. I'm not giving you a 9 or a 10 for like a song that's in progress.
I think this is where the differences in our rating systems come in, because to me it's a 9.
Your
What am
rating
I-
system smokes penis. That's what's
No. Like, this is like, to me, that was a 9, right? I'm not saying like, oh yeah, compared to every commercial song that's ever been released on the radio, right? Like, this isn't the world of like AR, right? Like, this isn't Arista Records.
Do you want me to give people like some real world perspective, or you want me to like schmooze them and stroke their cocks?
Definitely don't want that.
All right.
That's not what this show is.
Don't get bricked up.
Exactly. So I'm like giving some perspective here. It's a good song. It could be better if it was mixed. It could be great if it was mixed. I don't know yet. I'm not gonna give you like it might
you mix
be
that shit. It's a 9.
I'm not, yeah, but you gave him 9 off of a not mixed song.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Maybe
yeah,
I did. Right. Yeah. Fuck it. He got -1 for not mixing. I still loved it. I don't know.
All right. Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. Whatever.
No, you get a 9. You got a 9 for sure. 10 if it was mixed. How about that?
Jesus Christ. Okay. Yeah, and I get shit for my 6.5. Okay. All right. Whatever.
Yeah.
Next up, Classy. I don't know what this is. I guess. Wait, Rebirth. What is the song called? Classy. Collab EP coming June. Rough draft. That's all I got here, and I'm gonna go with it and just pray to the JCC Buddha Temple statue. Whatever it is.
Was it on me? Yeah. Was it on me? Yeah. I look in the mirror, is that on me? Shit. Is that on me? Yeah. Was it on you? Yeah. Was it on you? Yeah. Look in the mirror and tell me, is that on you? Yeah. Is that on you? Am I blind in my fate? I tell myself over and over again, don't do this mistake. I'm doing the same shit every time I try to escape. It's like I'm stuck on a cycle, repeating itself, I'm not even awake. Could you give me a shake? Confusing in my reality, is this real or fake? They're telling me slow me down, you need to take a break. I feel so empty, I guess you can see I'm opaque. Is the out of me the real me, as I stare at the lake? Or was it on me? Yeah. Was it on me? Yeah. I look in the mirror, is that on me? Shit. Is that on me? Yeah. Was it on you? Yeah. Was it on you? Yeah. Look in the mirror and tell me, is that on you? Yeah. Is that on you? I see myself moving, but there is no motion. I'm happy with sound, I don't feel no emotion. It's too many times, what's the word? A rush and I look a hole, but inside I'm broken. Wish I could show you, I don't even know. I'm talking a lot, I'm not using my mind. I'm losing myself, I'm losing my mind. Searching for answers, don't know where to find. Am I doing my best to love it to try? I look at the sky, I'm asking God why. Why do I cry when I don't see no tears? If I die today, is it heaven or hell? Then I think to myself, that's how no one cares. Is there anyone other that's wishing me well? I got so many questions, I'm asking myself. Am I real or you or just somebody else?
All right, that was Classy. Don't know what it's called, so I'm gonna call it On Me because that's what I heard the most of. I thought this was a good track. I would recommend you do some sort of slow roll people into it with the intro, because 30 seconds of just slow buildup felt a little bit too long. I've gotten used to the fact that you kind of mumble through some of the words, although I still wish I could understand what you say a lot of the times. But I think that overall, you've really progressed your style over the last year and some change that we've been hearing some music from you. So I think you're headed in a good direction, and I'm actually curious what that EP will sound like. I would give this a 7 just because taking off for the intro and some of the mumbling, but I think it's good nonetheless.
Yeah, I thought this was a nice little vibe. I was vibing to it, jamming to it. I thought that overall your delivery, your energy was nice. Your cadence, everything was well put together here. I do think that, obviously sometimes it's hard to understand too, so definitely note that. I think that you've done that a couple of times though too. But overall, I didn't hate this either. I like this. I'm going to give this a 7.5.
Yo, Terwilco, yeah, we still do skips. So if you want to skip the line and get the hell out of here, just the usual $5.
Oh shit, Terwilco. Whoa, 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 whoa. Love to see it. As far as this song, Classy, I was vibing. I mean, here's the deal. Like Dice said, I'm not a huge fan of the mumbling, but you made it sound good. So kind of despite everything in me being like, oh, pronounce your words, you motherfucker, I was kind of like, oh, it sounds cool. I don't know. So, I mean, could it have gotten a higher score with clear words? Yeah. But I'll go ahead and give it a 7.5. I think it was pretty fun.
All right. All right.
Hey.
Looks like Terwilco
What
is
is that?
about to slide through with a skip.
We got that wub. Put some
You like
wub
wub?
in your tub. Fuck yeah, I love that wub.
I wouldn't wub in the tub because it's flatulence.
If you don't know about that wub tub, sorry about it, bub. Bars.
What? What's wrong with you?
I was fucking barred out, son.
All right, Bird. Terwilco, what are we doing here? How many skips are you about to acquire? 2? We doing 2 of them?
Whoa.
All right, we got 2 of them.
My bad, wrong chat. I just imagine him screaming like, "What's up? I do my romance." So I read that.
Is the bot working? Is the bot working today? God damn it.
Dang bots. Never know how to do their jobs.
Fuck. All right, hold on. Get
Oh
this
shit.
shit up for him. What is that stupid link?
That's a fun noise.
What the hell is that sound? Oh, there you go. You got it. All right. That's me struggling and straining to copy and paste the link to Terwilco's first track. This is called Will I Ever Get Better featuring Dimitri Medina.
That was me creaming my jeans in anticipation.
Nice.
Yeah.
In the garden lives a cancer. As it hardens the roots inside of me, I am colder than a wormhole in the blackest patch of the sky you see. I'm afraid of the night. Give me life, give me life. heavenly. I am weaker than the petals in the barren soil that won't set me free. I don't ever wanna give up. Don't you ever fucking let me give up. Save your breath on face these shows. Let me fucking die. Another petty offering. You can tell me time's not healing a single fucking time. Will I ever get better? 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 Will I ever get better?
All right, that was "Will I Ever Get Better" featuring Dimitri Medina and Turbo Cat Ads.
It looked like he said Taroko has AIDS right now, and very curable nowadays.
Only if
Very
you're
nice.
Magic Johnson. What are you talking about?
I mean, not only if you're Magic Johnson, you can actually get AIDS and just kind of kick it, have the best time of your life.
I don't think that's a true statement we should make.
It's one pill a day and it goes away. Allegedly. I'm no doctor. I don't know.
What the fuck?
Speaking of AIDS, that shit was sick. That shit was dope. I loved it. I think that this fucking was super well produced. The vocals were great. The wubs wubbed real hard. They wubbed my little heart right out of his body. I think that the only part that I was a little like, and again, this is a stylistic choice. I would have wanted on the very first drop for it to actually drop instead of the fake drop, right? Like you built it up, and then there was like another, 2 or 4 bars of just kind of like, yeah. Here's the deal though. Who fucking cares? I know that's kind of a stylistic choice, and a lot of producers are doing that nowadays. This was solid, very professional sounding, and I really liked it. I'll give it a 9.
Yeah, I agree. I really like this too. I was where D-Bird's at with that. I wanted the drop earlier too. And I fucking loved the dub. I loved it. I was like, yes. I mean, like your vocals obviously are amazing. I think that the mix on this is good. Everything on this is good. I know you said that it's unreleased. I was wondering, I'm like, are you just trying to, comb over and see if there's anything else that we would hear before you release it? But like, I don't hear anything in the mix or anything like that really has any issues. I was also just vibing out and like, my sisters would love this, and they're in Discord, so I just tagged them in it. But I did like it a lot. I'm gonna give this. It's not. I don't always do the screaming music. Like that's like I liked this. So that's why. And then with that, fake out, I'm gonna give it a 9.5. I can't give it out of 10 yet, but there's just if this was something that I would listen to every day, like my style of music, then it probably would have been a 10. But that's just my subjectiveness.
All right.
I love this.
Taroko, you and I, we go back, way back a few months or so, however long you've been joining us. This was good. I think, when we talk about production and stuff, this has a very good progression in it. Everything's well mixed and arranged. Sounded good on my speakers and subwoofer. So I didn't hear anything that I should point out to you to go back and check. So objectively, even if this isn't my style of music, I would give it a solid 8.
It's a lot for you.
It is. You see how that works, right?
That is so much for Dice, especially something that's not even his realm.
Anything over 2, you just it's great.
See how that works, right? You know, when it's good and it's ready to go. It's top of the charts.
I'm pretty sure Taroko just cured AIDS with that song.
I'm pretty sure he didn't. If he did, he would probably be not here and rich on an island somewhere. All right, Taroko tipped us $10, so let's get to his other track. This is called Wave, featuring Flora Giannis. What's her Instagram? Or SoundCloud, whatever.
Take my last breath away.
that was Way featuring Flora Giannis. Nikki, what did you think of that one?
I thought that was nice as well. It definitely felt like an adventure build up. I feel like my one thing with this song, and it towards the end it wasn't so bad, but like right before 2 minutes in and leading up 2 minutes in, your vocals were really competing in the mix with the rest of the instruments and the arrangement. So there was certain times where I couldn't understand what you were saying because the arrangement was so high that it was just drowning you out. So I definitely would bring some of that back. And I know that you're doing the build and everything up, but if you're gonna sing there, I just can't hear you. So just bring it back a little bit, and you'll have to do the build a little bit more heavy after your vocal. But yeah, that was my main thing with it. Was I wanted to say it was just only leading up to 2 minutes in when I looked up and was trying to catch the timestamp on it, but then it continued like that probably till at least 2:30. And so definitely just check out your layer volumes there. But other than that, it definitely felt like an adventure. It was like, it was running. But like definitely the arrangement that you did use with the structure of it and the variation in it, it definitely took you on a journey. So if that was your goal, then you definitely accomplished the goal there with your different, with just, I guess, the originality and the structure of it. I liked it. And I thought that it was overall really good composition. I enjoyed it. So I liked the speed change a lot. That was fun. So overall, I'm going to give this for this one where it's at. I think that with the vocals, I'd like to hear that fixed definitely before release. Because that's the one thing that might turn people away. I'm going to give this an 8 where it's at. Just change that. Just adjust those volumes.
Yeah, I noticed the same thing. The vocals seem to clash a little bit with the beat. I would say, again, outside of that kind of mixing issue, I think it's well produced. I think from a song structure perspective, this was very well done. I personally didn't like it. I just didn't like it. I think that I can objectively say that it was well made. This one didn't hit me the way that I wanted. And it was kind of like, Christmas morning, you're about to open up a present. You see the giant fucking present in front of you and you open it up. It's another box. You're like, oh, okay, funny. Open up a box. Oh, box inside a box. You go 5 boxes deep and it's like a pair of socks. That's kind of how this felt to me.
You don't fuck with socks?
No. I actually have not worn socks in about 10 years in any situation.
Not a big socks fan, but I've been wearing socks lately.
I'm lying. Probably lying needs to be scrolling in front of my head again for those that missed it. I'll give it a 7.
Yeah, I mean, I think sonically everything sounds pretty well composed. I think you always do a good job of that one. I agree with Bird. This one didn't resonate in my chest in an objective.
You?
Why did you do that?
I was just saying touch you.
Is that how you think people touch me? Did they go like this?
Touching you, touching me.
I'm not objecting. I mean, if a nice young lady walks up to me and tickles under my boobs, I'm not gonna say stop it.
You're not even gonna ask any questions like, who are you?
Get the rocket power though. Boogity.
I'll probably just glance down and be like, oh, okay, this is what we're doing. Is it equal exchange? Is this one of those equivalent exchange?
I should test it out. Next time we're all together, just go up to a random stranger and
That's assault, brother.
But yeah, I mean, objectively, I would say that this one didn't touch me also in the same manner as the other one. So I would give this one a 7. But I think that it's structured well again and it's mixed pretty solid. So I think you were going for a certain feeling and you got it. And, it's for whatever audience that it's for. So knowing that, I don't have too much to really tell you other than like this one less than the other one. But still good. But shout out to Torwilco, always comes through and drops some big bangers on us.
Hmm.
Appreciate you always showing us some love.
We get all levels of submission. I love it.
And with that, that is the end of our subs and members and skips. So now, time for the pours. What do you guys enjoy more? Hard, slow, emotional, violent, dubstep, future bass? I guess that's a question.
Yeah.
Got some new work in progress. Project is working on. Can send more.
I like hard, slow, emotional, violent dubstep. That's my genre.
I like drums, but not wub wub drums.
I love dub. Fucking love dubstep. It just gets me in my lines.
Can you elaborate on that?
All over.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
Torwilco, when is your next project dropping? Tell everybody about yourself and where they can find more of your wonderful compositions, so that when you do release music, people can find it and listen to it. Tell us about yourself.
I'll go ahead and answer for him in the form of Torwilco. Hi, I'm Torwilco. Beep boop, beep boop. I'm a computer.
Hi, I'm Torwilco.
I don't know what's going on here, but it's not what I was wanting out of this segment, so I'm going to cut you both short. Sleep Token, I've heard of them because that is Nikki's siblings, one of their favorite.
The one that I tagged in your music in Discord is
Yeah.
obsessed with Sleep Token.
They have some cool sounding stuff. Yeah, we know of them. I'll say that. People know of them. Yes, is the answer. Think I got that right. Okay. First up in the regular Broke Boys queue, Broke Boys and Girls and others and whatnot, Sleek Ivory, again with a no-named beat. This is beat 6. Nothing. I have jack shit for you guys. Here's beat 6 by Sleek Ivory. That's all I can tell you. Guess he just wants everybody to listen and enjoy it, so that's what we'll try to do. Hold on, hear that one part again. What happened?
Yay! Yay!
Making sure that wasn't just me. All right, that was Sleek Ivory beat 6.
This is 6th beat he's ever made.
Maybe. Could be.
Keep going, keep pushing, brother. Here's the thing. I think that some of the ideas around the bass and the drums were serviceable. I think the main melody was insanity. Like, that is just fucking bonkers. It's kind of like staring at a homeless man yell at the sky, right, from across the street. You're like, it's interesting, but not in a good way. So I'll give this a 4 where it's at.
I think this had a very Rugrats type space vibe. It kind of reminded me of like Reptar floating through space with like Tommy Pickles like bopping around him on like some loading screen somewhere. It was very different, but very kind of simple and basic at the same time. It sounded like a lot of stock stuff. I definitely think that the change at 45 was okay. I liked it better, and then you did the yeah thing, and I didn't like that. But when you had more of the melody rather than like the slower melody rather than the very bouncy like staccato, that makes you have anxiety. Makes me have anxiety. I don't like it. But for this, I think that there's a lot of places to grow into finding things that aren't so sharp, I guess, in your ears. Instrument arrangements. The arrangement was a little bit very high pitched, and like I said, it kind of gave me anxiety a little bit. So definitely maybe look at that or adding other, I guess lower end instruments that might help balance it out. As far as it just seemed very simple for me too. So I'm going to give this a 5.
Yeah, I'm not mad at the beat per se, other than the random vocal one shot towards the end.
Yeah.
I think if anything, I don't know. I don't know what scenario this works in, but just listening to the mix and everything, it sounds okay. Like the sounds didn't sound super stock and basic. I feel like you're thinking outside of the box. I'm just not sure. I'm not sure what direction it would go in. And that's kind of where I get lost in it. It's hard to see a vision for this per se. And especially when you kind of just drop off a beat with no further details. And the only reason I know this is from your beat tape is I remember you talking about it, and everything that you've posted over the last month has just been beat 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. So, I think it's just lacking some vision and foresight. And I feel like that comes with, sharing a little bit more details. So I don't hate it. I don't love it. I give it a 5. All right, and Terwilco just tipped us another 5 buckaroos.
Wah.
Is a official remix, the Terwilco remix of Sleep Tokens, The Apparition. Give this a listen and see what we think.
I'm gonna go ahead and rate it a 10.
All right, I knew you would do that.
Why are you never real? Whenever you appear, you leave me with that grace. I am trembling with fear, but I know that you will disappear just as I awake, a whisper in my ear. Well, I believe that somewhere in the past something was between you and I, my dear, and it remains with me to this day. No matter what I do, this scar will never fade. So let's make trouble in a dream world, hijack heaven with another memory now. I'll make the most of the turning tide as you split what's left of the burning silence. Don't wait, 'cause this could be the last time you turn up in the reveries of my mind. I'll wake up to a suicide frenzy, loaded dreams still leave me. I believe that somewhere in the past something was between you and I, my dear, and it remains with me to this day. No matter what I do, this one will never heal. Why
right, that was Tur Wilco's remix of Sleep Tokens, The Apparition. I think you guys, I think it's cool. Because I think it's a good example of a producer taking some vocals from an already done track and bringing out the progression, nailing the different sections of the track with their arrangement. I think that you did a good job complementing the track rather than it sounding like, you just slapped some vocals on a beat and it didn't really mesh well together. So I think that's a good thing to really point out, because I think we've heard several times on and off over the course of the show where some people like remix the song and it just kind of feels thrown together, and this didn't really feel thrown together. I'll give it a 7.5.
Yeah. I mean, I think I agree completely with Dice of like, this is a great example of, clear experience, professional, sound production, making a production versus just like throwing a bunch of fucking sounds at the wall and seeing what sticks, right? I think that this song, I did like it better than the last one. I think that the couple points that I was a little like, I don't know, iffy on was just from the volume perspective, it came in real hot, right? Like it came in pretty loud. So I would think about like, okay, what are you going to be releasing this on? Is this as part of a project? If so, you might want to look at, the mastering of it and making sure all of the sounds are kind of at the levels that they need to be. And similarly, once the wub-wubs came in later on, the vocals kind of got buried a little bit underneath all of the heavy drums. So, I like this. I think this is well put together. It's just a matter of, could the mix be improved? I'd give it an 8.
Yeah, I agree with the mix. I'm going to give this an 8 too. I loved the build-up. I loved the arrangement of everything, the structure. It was all good. I liked, obviously, the vocals. It's the Sleep Token. And I do think that the mix on some of the bass as well sounded a little bit crunchy. I don't know if it was intended to be like that, especially towards the end after the drop. The mix is a little bit rough on that, or some things were crunchy. But if the things were crunchy made me think it was a mix, then maybe go back over that, because a bad mix could ruin a really good song. So I'm gonna go with 8 too.
All righty. Well, shout out to Tur Wilco. Appreciate you sliding through and sharing several of your compositions. Always good to hear from you, sir. Looking forward to hearing more in the future.
A single solitary tear drops down my eyes. It was so beautiful. Loved it.
Grow up.
Fuck yourself.
All right. I will try. And next up is Dat Boy AF. Foms. It's called Dangerous featuring Kibby.
Girl, can you tell me what I did wrong? Girl, I thought you fell in love. You won't even hit me up now. Girl, I gave you all of my trust. Thought you were that special one. You won't even say what's up now. I guess that love can be dangerous. I need time to get out of my head. I think that I should stop chasing love, but somehow I'd probably fall in love again. I guess that love can be dangerous. I need time to get out of my head. I think that I should stop chasing love, but somehow I'd probably fall in love again.
Losing all logic, I step on myself. Swimming my soul, I'm looking for help. Look how you did me, I'm trapped in this well. My heart filled with envy, I'm trapped in this hell. The hurt you was tempting my hate on a scale. I'm on a mission to bring back myself. Hope that you listening right now. And right now, I'll fight you still, you give me butterflies. Some nights I hear you with some other guy. I face my
You fear her with some other guys?
Let's get this clear, you wasn't on my side. This love love ain't real, it's all a damn lie. No love ain't real, I'm trying to find
Maybe
the
the
time.
roommates is
You
like
hurt me
FWB.
still, I'm trying to figure why. My
Maybe.
heart made it still, but you done broke my mind.
Girl,
Never
can you
fell in
tell
love
me
with a
what I
roommate.
did wrong? Girl, I thought you fell in love. You won't even hit me up now.
I don't think I ever lived with anyone
Girl,
hot
I
enough.
gave you all of my trust. Thought you were that special one. You won't
kidding.
even say what's
Just
up
kidding.
now. I guess that love can be dangerous. I need time to get out of my head. I think that I should stop chasing love, but somehow I probably fall in love again. I guess that love can be dangerous. I need time to get out of my head. I think that I should stop chasing love, but somehow I probably fall in love again. I guess that love can be dangerous. I need time to get out of my head. I think that I should stop chasing love, but somehow I probably fall in love again.
All right, that was Foms and Kibby, Dangerous. What did you guys think? Did you feel like your life was being threatened during this song?
No, I just felt like this poor man. He has to listen to the person he's in love with hook up with another man. You know, that's a bummer. I'd imagine.
Could be a best friend. He took her to a party. They went to a party together, and then she went and hooked up with someone in the other room, and he cried in the bathroom listening to it.
Unless you like voyeurism.
Hyper specific. Could be. Sounds familiar. No, I thought this song was fucking fire. Let's be honest. That was commercial radio ready. That was real good. I have nothing bad to say. I think that this is well produced. I think, you know, the lyrics were very digestible for, you know, kind of this radio ready hit. And the hook was fucking catchy as shit. You know, good singing, cool rapping. I like this a lot. I'll give it a 9 with a fucking wink. A 9 with a smile.
9 with a wink.
A 9 with a smile.
Yeah. It's like I want to give it a 10, but there's just something holding me back.
I feel
All
like, oh, do you want to go?
No, go ahead. No, go.
I feel like I liked this overall as well. I thought that it was a nice little vibe. I feel like in the hook, okay, your vocal seems empty, or like it's set back a little bit too much. Like it's a little too soft with the beat. It's just not prominent enough for me. I definitely want your vocal to be higher on the hook for sure. It seems empty, and I can't quite put my finger on either, but I feel like that's kind of how I felt with most of the song, was that it seemed a little bit empty. And I think that it's just where the mix has the layers sitting. So I would definitely look at adjusting that and maybe bringing some stuff up. I think that it would give that extra energy. But yeah, I thought that it was nice. And then at the end, I thought it ended when you had the like change. So like, I liked the change. I thought it was cool, but I wouldn't like drop it out completely. I would definitely just segue into that nice, smooth little segue so people don't end before it. I don't know what the difference is in playing something till the end or not for streaming revenue, but definitely, yeah, I liked this overall. I'm gonna give this an 8. It's empty, and I hear some layers on it, but it just feels like you're too far back, like you're in the other room almost.
I thought this was good. You know, I thought it was a great sound. It's approachable. It's not like offensive to the ears. The confusing part is the abrupt stop and then repitch of the track. So I don't know if you could transition that better so that it's not like, oh, the song's over, I'm going to cut it off. And then right when you skip to the next track, you start to hear it pick back up. So, you know, I would say think about cleaning that up to where it's an understandable slow to a stop rather than an abrupt cut off and then back on. So for where it's at, I would give this 7. I'll give it a 7.5 on a good day. All right, next up, none other than Joe Beasy himself, Joe Boston. I believe I saw him in the chat the other say that this beat was worthy of a 6, so going to hold him to that. This is called Let Me Know, beat by Joe Boston.
What is that? What? Oh my god!
Hold my beer.
I think we can cut it. The same loop. Right. Yeah. Here's the deal. This was wholly unsatisfying. It's kind of like unwrapping a Snickers bar and you're like, oh, and then you bite in and instead of, caramel and chocolate goodness, it's
Three
full of
Musketeers.
sand.
Oh.
Fucking sand in the chocolate bar. Here's the thing. The timing was completely off. Like the main melody that repeated the entire fucking time was throwing everything off. It just was. I didn't mind the drums. The drums were decent. The only problem was they had this fucking sound that was making everything off by half a second the entire time, which I hated. Is it worth salvaging? I think no. I would give this a 3 where it's at. Speed up the fucking melody, and maybe you'll have a better song.
Yeah, for sure. I agree with Ebert. I have 3 written down. I'd say a speed up would work. Like, yeah, definitely. Something like that would definitely work with this. It's so boring because it's just literally the same thing over and over and over. And it's almost like, it's almost like that sound is like the beginning of Rough Riders and it cuts off. It's just over and over again. But I definitely think that the timing's off. The melody, it has no variation. The structure, I don't really know the structure. I definitely would start over on this one, or like D-Bird said, speed it up and try to catch the tempo right, because it's just off. It's very, like Dogtake said, very, very basic, very generic, very stock. It seems like you were like maybe using a lubricant and didn't time the one loop coming in right. So definitely check that, especially if you are using BandLab. If you are using looper kits on BandLab, I know that can be done because I've done it on a beat before, been saying over it thinking it was normal. So definitely double check that timing and that you are using your metronome if you're using a kit to know when to come in. But yeah, 3 for me. It's just very basic, generic, and didn't do nothing for me.
Hold on. Sorry, typing to the people over on Kick. Joe Boston, I feel like you're using sounds as your main melody that are more meant for like background texture, which is leading to like annoying continuous loops that persist longer than they should. Because I think if you use that sound as just like a sometimes comes in and goes out, rather than this is the main melody I'm going to build the entire beat around, it would be less annoying on the ears. The other thing is you should take one of your verses from an old song, like a standard 16 line, and actually rap it along with your beat and figure out, do you have a structure in place where it's clearly defined hook, clearly defined verse, and so forth? Because it feels like sometimes your verses are, 17 lines or 18 lines, sometimes they're 16. And then your hook comes in and sometimes that feels like 5. It doesn't feel consistent. Whereas when we're listening to some other beats, we can pretty much tell, okay, I think I'm at the midpoint before I start clicking around. With yours, we get like 3/4 of the way through before we're like, okay, this feels like it's looping back again, and it's just not structured properly. So I think those are the 2 biggest things that I would say is like, whatever sound bank that you're using as your main melodies, use those as like deep undercut, like I'm just going to use this for a short moment of time and not the duration of the track. And also work on like figuring out, am I making a track that will actually fit with a written song, or is this just a non-standard arrangement? So I would give this a 3 based on
3s
that.
across the board.
Yeah. All right. Next up after Joe Boston is scroll back up. Ducardi with a Lil Uzi Vert future type beat called Wake Up. Ducardi has been making beats for 2 weeks and they are a huge Joe Boston fan. Sorry, they're from Boston.
I'm like, does it really fucking say that?
Read that.
I'm like, he cannot be mentoring people yet.
Sorry.
I don't know. Why not?
I guess.
Little slight misread there. All right, let's check out Ducardi and see what this beat sounds like.
Really 2 weeks though?
I only go by what I can read. 10 seconds to boss it like this, right? We can survive. We can endure. All right, that was Ducardi with Wake Up. Yeah, the sounds sound basic. The volume is underwhelmingly low. So I would work on making sure that you look as cool as D-Bird in the sun and increase the volume and get some different drum kits because those aren't hitting the way that they should be. I will give this a 3.5.
Damn, Joe Boston, you gonna let your boy from Boston beat you out like that on his second week, bro?
I feel like this was better arranged than Joe Boston's beat. That's why
It was. It fucking was.
Yeah.
Here's the deal. Honestly, this was great for 2 weeks in. I like the sounds. I like the it was actually well put together. The only problem was the pure volume of it, super low. Obviously, fix that. The drums, super flaccid. Like you need to make them harder. Get harder drums. And then you kind of got a banger, right? This is just purely the choices you made in the instruments and the volume, which that'll come with time, right? But I could have seen this easily being something that some trap artists could go over with the proper volumes and drums. As it is today, I'll give it a 5. No, I'll give it a 4. But that's great for your second weekend, and there's definitely room to grow.
Yeah, for sure. For your second weekend, this was definitely a better structure than Joe Boston's. I definitely think that it was also stock, very generic and basic. It was a starting beat, but you did good on, the arrangement and the structure of it. Definitely keep trying more variation, different melodies, different layers of different types of things to make it a little bit more interesting and not so stock. And I definitely think you'll do good, especially if this is only your second week. I'm going to give it a 4.
All right. Shout out to Ducardi. Next up in the queue is Aaron, back with another song from his recent album 44. This is called I Tried.
Tried so hard to be an open book in a day and age of tabloids and public approval, basing your whole fucking existence on the way that people around you view you. What the fuck do emotions even mean if they ain't gonna come from you? Who the fuck do you think your closest people see anytime they glance at you? But a stirring pot of distant disingenuity. This shit, this isn't new to me. Listen, this is amusing me. This is the truest me. Strip this shit to the bone. No accent 101. See, it's just you and me. I don't ask for your advice. All I ask is, can you hear me? I tried and tried and tried. How I feel. So I've tried and tried and tried. I've tried and tried and tried. How I feel inside. How I feel inside. How I feel inside. I've tried so hard, but I'm at a point where I wanna just get it done. Cause trying is great if you have all the time in the world, and ignore that death will come anytime that it wants. So when it does, I'm gonna make sure what I said lives on, like a powerful scripture written up to the top of the headstone when I'm gone. This is my testimony. Many know a lot about me, but they never know me, never even been around me to get to know me. That's why all the real friends I kept them closely. I've tried and tried and tried.
Wow. Yeah, 30 seconds. All right. That was AA Ron. I didn't like this one as much as I've liked some of his other songs. I feel like the quality of recording on the iPhone was more noticeable on this track. Not sure how you get consistently good sounding vocals out of that, but if you can find some magic that you did in another track and replicate that on your next project, I would suggest figuring out what is the secret sauce there. I think my biggest gripe with this one is it just felt way slower than it needed to be when you have the super high quality hook and then you have the iPhone verses. I think the rapping is done well. The overall vibe of the track just didn't mesh as well as I'd liked it to have. Good track regardless, because you still have like meaningful content in your records. Just this one didn't hit it out of the park for me. So I give this one a 5.
Dang. I thought this was better than a 5 for me. I thought that it was a good delivery, a nice tone. I feel like there was just some mixed things. I feel like both of the verses were good. The hook, I don't know if it was all samples or if it was a feature. Was it all samples, Dice, or do we not know?
It sounds like it's something that the producer added onto the beat because they didn't list it out as a specific feature. So I'm assuming they got the beat with the hook already on it.
I thought it was like the background vocals was possibly sample and maybe the foreground, the main vocals weren't. But with that being said, the background vocals kind of amplify in a negative way the main vocals, where it's like just so damn loud. So those background vocals really need to come back, and the beat, if it is the beat, if you have the track out of it, like you need to try to bring that back. Personally, I would feel that you should. I think that the hook is nice, though. I just feel like it's a little loud, especially on the high end with all the samples, as opposed to the rest of the song. But the second verse, plosives like a mother. So definitely check your mix. Check your mix. I think that it's heading in the right direction. I don't know if this is already released. It's
The album came out 2 weeks ago.
Okay. Well, hindsight, I would have definitely worked the mix a little bit better prior to releasing. But I've also been there too, and submit my shit all excited and been like, fuck, should have submitted it before. But this is part of A.A. Ron's album.
Yes.
Sorry. I'm like, I'm everywhere on my page right now. I have like 3 different artists I'm trying to scribble out. But yeah, I don't know, next time check on your mix a little bit better. I think that there's definite spots that are kind of on the low end for me. I'm going to give this a 6.
Yeah. I'm not going to lie. I heard the rapping and I was like, yeah, I was all jazzed up. I was like super into it. I think the verses were really good. I mean, clearly, there's some mix issues there. The verses for me were the highlight. I think, you know, the delivery, the lyrics, all that was on point. The hook was a little, it didn't do what it needed to do for me. So that was kind of one of the lower parts of it. I'll give it a 6.
Alrighty then. Next up in the queue is Tossico. This is called Find Me, produced by Paya or Paya. One of the two. Something.
Papaya.
Oh, Paya.
Need you right beside me, making me feel at ease. I want you to find me when I'm lost in the streets. Need you right beside me, making me feel at ease. There's no way to hide it, I'm my worst enemy. Hate it when you leave me, even though I know you'll come back. Love when you distract me from the pain and distress. You are my everything, thoughts of a wedding ring. All these emotions, I don't know what's happening. Why does it feel right to be by your side, even though I don't deserve it? I wanna live life with you by my side. You're so much more than perfect. Need you right beside me, making me feel at ease. I want you to find me when I'm lost in the streets. Need you right beside me, making me feel at ease. There's no way to hide it, I'm my worst enemy. Need you right beside me, making me feel at ease. I want you to find me when I'm lost in the streets.
All right, that was Tossico, Find Me. Did y'all feel found? Did y'all find him? Shut up.
I feel I was lost. Now I am found. I am found in the way of our Lord and Savior Tossico. Here's the deal. I think it was decent. I think there was, some good melodies in there. I think he has a okay voice. I think that as far as the delivery goes, like, he doesn't sound all the way comfortable. It just, I think he kind of held back on the performance aspect a little bit. It was a chill song. I think that there's an audience for it, and that, definitely some people will like it. For me, it felt a little on the nose and a little, I don't want to say whiny. Reminds me of that 40-year-old virgin scene where they're like, you're putting the pussy on a pedestal. But you know what? That's yesteryear. It's 2024, and women rule the world. Love the ladies. I'll give this a 5.5. 5.5.
I think it was average at best. And so Tossico, if you ever watch this back, or if you're already watching it, I feel like this is probably one of those songs you recorded, and it's probably one of your better songs, and you felt you've accomplished something, and it's probably a stepping stone for you. But like Vampire mentioned, it's missing some layers on the hook that would give the vocals some body, but it also just feels very generic and basic from an overall song standpoint. Like I feel like this is going to sound very very critical. Going to call out a segment of people here, but I mean nothing by it. But it feels like the typical song a 17 to 27-year-old white male would make at this point when trying to make a emotional track. And I feel like we've heard this track several iterations before, and it doesn't feel any different each time somebody does their take on it.
This last week, I thought we did.
He had something different last week, but that's what I'm saying is like it all sounds the same. So I don't know, man. I know that that's the style of music, but I don't know how to make it any different. It's almost becoming drill music at this point because every version of it I hear, it sounds nearly the same. Yeah, I feel like it's a stepping stone for you, but I feel like you can progress beyond this, like beyond whatever you think this is as an accomplishment. I feel like push yourself to do something different, not necessarily this style. So I'll give this a 5.
Sorry, I'm trying to hear his lyrics because he literally sounds like Juice WRLD and said the same exact lyrics as Juice WRLD in part of this. So I was a little confused.
I don't listen to Juice WRLD, so I would
The
never
thoughts of a wedding ring line. He had the exact same like 4. That's why I was trying to like look at this and see if he says something about it. I don't know.
I mean, last week y'all said he did basically a clone of Juice WRLD song.
He did the exact same thing on this and used his lyrics this time. So it's kind of hard because I was just kind of like, wow, like normally, you know, I would maybe do that if I like was doing some kind of like, you know, verse or rhyme scheme that like led up to it, you know. I don't know. I'm indifferent about that because I feel like it's not original. And like if you're just regurgitating something that's already out there that closely to the T, that's basically like, you know, copyright that is taking his lyrics like 100%. You didn't credit him that I can see either, you know, and that's why at first I was like, okay, he put the prod by, maybe it's like him like redoing with Juice WRLD on it, you know, like using, but it's not. And it's last week it was the cadence and everything. This week it's that plus lyrics. So I'm giving this a 2 because of that. I think that, yeah, I just don't. Can you scroll down? Is there anything that says anything?
Says anything about what? What are we looking for?
Oh, just if it like had said anything like inspired by like, you know, this or Juice WRLD anywhere.
Nah, fuck that. It doesn't matter if he fucking listed like, oh, I love Juice WRLD. I want to suck Juice's cock. If he stole some lyrics, that's fucking whack.
That's why I was trying to see where exactly the
doesn't matter. Garbage.
Wedding ring, and I'm like, okay, that's literally his line. Like I understand, like, but it's literally to his same cadence. Like I understand somebody using that in another song that's country that, you know, like, oh, it's the same line he has, but like this is literally trying to be Juice WRLD.
I steal lyrics all the time.
Who do you steal fucking lyrics from? I would use lyrics maybe in like a play if I'm like, you know, that's what I said, if I'm doing something to build up to it, like, you know, I'll be like Juice WRLD, thoughts of a wedding ring, something like that, you know, using it in some sort of metaphor or simile or something.
I basically listen to Loose Logic's catalog and then I use his lyrics in my own music.
You want a reaction? I'm not gonna give it to you.
Oh, good. Then I'm gonna start stealing your lyrics. Domino's Anthem coming out soon.
Domino's Anthem. Here's the other thing. There is a fine line, right? There's a fine line between paying homage of like, okay, I'm going to take what they said and just do a twist on it, do a clever little whatever, I don't know Juice's music, so maybe he was going for that. All I know is if you stole the cadence and the words whack as fuck, if you tried to pay homage by doing a little twist on it, cool, but there's going to be a segment of the population that calls you out for it.
And I'm not one of them. Keep it up. Good job, Tossico. All right. Next up, Luxury Made, The Weeknd Jersey R&B type beat called Nights.
It's 1 minute and he stole lyrics.
Love this already. Oh, drinking coffee. Okay.
That airport looks
Luxury Made.
That was Nights by Luxury Made. I thought it sounded really good, really clean, really polished. My only beef is with the arrangement that you chose because the bridge is just as long as the verse. Confusion.
What the fuck are you do on a bridge like that?
Sing for a very long. I mean, it's an R&B beat, so he's not designing it for rappers, which I can understand that the bridge might be a little bit longer, but it just felt like it was. You might as well have another verse and move it after the chorus. So that would be my only gripe. Other than that, I think it sounded pretty good. Mix was good. I'll give it a 7.5.
Yeah, I liked it. I liked it a lot. The bass was fucking so mesmerizing. It was kind of like one of those things where like it gets into your soul. And then all of a sudden you have to start acting out in the worst possible ways. You know, it's like a Babadook entered you. I think that this is a great track, as is my only suggestion. What I wanted out of it was some heavy 4/4 drums. I would have fucking creamed with some steady, slower drums over this. It is what it is. It's a decision. I'll give this an 8 where it's at, with a 10 if it had the drums I wanted.
You're so particular about your drums.
I love my drums.
You do love your drums.
I'd fucking purchase that beat for like $50 if you just changed the drums on it.
There you go. Consider it an offer. I thought that this was nice overall. I agree with Dice about the structure. That's why I was like looking at the length of these, and I'm like, damn, like it's really hard to have a bridge that is the same amount of bars as your verse, which is the same amount of bars as your hook. Like your verse should be the longest, your chorus should be the second longest, your bridge should be the shortest.
Nick, you sound like you're talking in a wind tunnel.
Well, maybe I am in a fucking wind tunnel, man. Is this better?
Yes.
Yeah.
I just need to sit up proper or move my mic down so I can slouch up. But no, I definitely agree about the structure. I personally would never choose a beat that has all of those as equal segments. And that's what it looks like. They're all exactly equal because it's hard to come up with that much shit for a bridge. Or depending on how many bars they are, you know, that little... they're never equal segments. That's a weird structure for me, and I don't think that it would be a structure I would choose as an artist, because for me the bridge is always, you know, half of what the chorus is, which is like 3/4 of what the verse is. So that's my personal preference on the structure. It's a little bit different. I actually haven't seen that. I do like that you split it up on YouTube though. As an artist, I appreciate that because I do get lost sometimes when there's not a lot of variation in the beat on figuring out what the fuck is what. So I appreciate that. Take note, producers. I don't know how you break that up like that, but do it. But overall, I like this. I didn't hate it. I think it'd be nice to some different drums on it. It would give it that extra oomph. I agree. There's something that does seem to be missing to give it like really that energy that wants to make you be drawn towards it as an artist and also as a listener. I'm gonna give it a 7. I like it, but yeah, the structure's odd for me, so I probably would skip over this beat. But I do like R&B stuff and soul stuff, so it's definitely my style of a beat. If that says anything.
All right. Next up is the Lord thy God. Hold on, let me delete this.
Yeah,
shit.
I'm trying.
Whoops, wrong button. Here we go. That's the ban. All right. Next up, the Lord thy God. This is My Friend featuring Eon, Tempest Dweller, and Dot Matrix Girl. Dot Matrix.
Fuck, that's loud.
You see, my friend, it's not about the government. It's not about the budget plan. It ain't just that you're laboring. You see, my friend, it's not about the sacrament. It's not about the working dead. You're brought about the blood, yeah. You see, my friend.
It's about the expression, about the lost lives and the less. About damn time I arrive is the question. Why does the mind pile lies and obsessions to hide from the vile plight of the ancestors? Cursed till I'm in with the word to flesh. Word parasites, one fucking hell men. Paranoid thoughts, I am out, not yet. Build a wall up again and again and again. You're either employed or you're dead to sin. God needs money and he needs more men. Build the machine, blood filled to the brim. You arrive and you die, but you
See,
never
my
live.
friend, it's not about the government. governments. It's not about the blood you bled. It ain't just that you're late for rent. You see, my friend, it's not about the sacraments. It's not about the work you did. You brought about the bloody end. You see, my friend,
Hands raised up to a blood red sky. People get to see that the end is nigh. Can't stand to pretend that we'll be just fine. The machines inside our motherfucking mind. I set my mind with a hook blade knife. It took my kindness and gave me strife. And the last I love is the first I'll fight. While I scream fuck you to the great AI. To what you include is a sacrifice of belief in the self I can dwell. To the people that I hate so that I can relate that we all stuck in the same cell. And the pain I feel is the hell you're in. Blame me, the machine made real, so it seems yet again I can see through a shit in the frame that the prisoner and prison are the same.
see, my friend, it's not about the governments. It's not about the blood you bled. It ain't just that you're late for rent. You see, my friend, it's not about the sacraments. It's not about the work you did. You brought about the bloody end. You see, my friend, to land you'd call it neck. Might not be wide, world gets tangled. Mud and grass weaves with my club and earth. How I'm feeling free, star spangled. And to land you'd call it neck. Might not be wide, world gets tangled. Mud and grass weaves with my club and earth. How I'm feeling free, star spangled. You see, my friend, it's not about the governments. It's not about the blood you bled. It ain't just that you're late for rent. You see, my friend, it's not about the sacraments. It's not, you see.
Okay. Here's the deal. That hook was pretty good. I thought that was kind of a catchy hook. I liked that part of it. The beat was even pretty good as well. I think the moaning, like the ghost sounds in the background, probably could take those out.
That was Dot Matrix Girl on the theremin.
Oh, okay. Yeah, get rid of her then. Get her the fuck out of there. Send her back to the Matrix. The verses, what the fuck? What the fuck? You can't hear them. Did you play that on a speaker and be like, this is the one? Like, it's so buried under all the shit that's going on with the hook or with the beat. Like, you can't even fucking hear what the rappers are saying because of that crazy high pass filter and the volumes of it. I don't know if you guys recorded on a pineapple, but it's dog shit and borderline unlistenable quality wise. That being said, figure out your quality, figure out how to not make it sound that way, and I think you have a song here. I'll give it a 4, which gained a point for the cool hook.
I'm not sure they have a song here because at 5 minutes, this is excessive. I feel like something has to go. I don't know whether it's one of the verses, the theremin out. I actually don't mind the theremin. I feel like, I mean, it's cool that you can, hire somebody or, you got a friend that has that one instrument. And you're like, you know what, this track needs Dot Matrix Girl. And then you call her up and she comes over and she's in the background and shit. That's pretty cool. That said, 5 minutes is not cool. I didn't like it. It's offensive to my ears. The beat sounded good. The hook sounded smooth, mixed pretty well. Did not like the mixed choice on the verses and felt like the verses were unentertaining. And just overall, I don't think the style of this track really hit home. Like, it's one of those things where you got a cool beat, everybody was on beat, but it's just like something about it ain't right. And I don't know what it is, but you know, this would probably be something I would just scrap, and you know, unless you can just rework the whole thing, I'm not sure what to do with it. I give it a 4.
Yeah, I'm kind of there too. I'm giving this a 4. The verses were just whoo, they were rough. They were gritty, but not in a good way. And they definitely something off with the dubs, the layers. There's something going on there. There's so much going on there that it's hard to discern what's the incorrect thing. But it definitely sounds like the vocals are like grainy, scruffly, scratchy. I don't know. It's really it's not that pleasant to listen to in the verses. So definitely work on the mix. Like it's the mix. The mix is just like, and it is really long. I loved the hook. The hook was great. The hook saved this song. So whoever did the hook, you lucky. Definitely have them do more. But yeah, I'm a 4 where this is at. I think that it could be improved if the mix was better. I don't know if it's how the actual vocal quality is of the stems or if it's the mix. It sounds like the mix makes it sounds like a lot of everything just is like because I hear dubs on it, so there's layers on it. So just work on the different, volumes on those, and definitely the effects on it. Anything that you have on it, I'm not sure what you have on it, but it's fucking with it. And if it's not all that, once it's stripped, then they just need to re-record because it really just wasn't very good quality on the verses. But yeah, have them do it like with the person whoever did the hook on their equipment if you can. But yeah, 4.
All right, next up, Snowman Ghost, dark plug type beat, Dirty Clouds.
Trap stand. Sounds like crickets. Crickets chirping.
Yeah, sample been distorted.
Yeah. Let me put it this way. I think initially I thought, that's a decent drum pattern. I like what's happening here. The only problem is just how distorted all the drums are. They're just so fucking loud and farty, right? It sounds ridiculous. And then came all the beat boops. Then come and it just like it was a mess after that. And I think it just continued on with the beat boop mess. AI is going to be the death of us all, and I think that just accelerated the timeline by 5 years. This for me was a 3.5.
This is a 2 for me. It was so fucking distorted. I couldn't even listen to it. And then I was like, no one else seems to be like hating this as much as I do. So let me put on my headphones and make sure that I didn't blow my speakers listening to something shit earlier. I'm like, nope, it still just sounds like crunchy butts. So for that, I have to give it a 2 because I don't like crunchy music. I don't like the distortion. It's hard for me to listen to. It hurts my ears and it's not sonically pleasing. So I just wouldn't. And that's where I'm at.
I'm gonna give this a 2. The sounds are distorted because it's clipping and it's overgained, and just the sound choice is poor and not very pleasing to the ear, to the point where I couldn't imagine any artist doing anything over this other than a gimmick track. So for that reason, I give it a 2. Next up, Disgod, Call for Me. All feedback appreciated, just trying to get better. Aren't we all? Well, some of us. Yeah, that's a fun shot. Okay, thank you for fading it out yourself. Disgod, I think you have a structure there, but I don't think that the sounds are where they need to be a good composition. You got some sounds that feel very basic, like the snare, and then you have a very nice smooth kick in the background. Then you got a nice little melody, and then you got the chopper sound. It just doesn't blend well together overall, and I feel like you could do some better sound choices to fix this. Also, the intentional choice to stop and then restart feels like an EDM feature that has no place in this beat. So I give this a 4.
I feel like it's opposite today, because for all of the things that I gave passes for on the last beat that I didn't like, it felt like this had all the same problems, but in a different way. It didn't have the crunchy bass, but it had just sounds that didn't make sense together. And it just didn't work for me. I'll give it a 2.
Yeah, I'm on the lower end here too. I feel like the random glass shattering and guns going off, you shouldn't do throughout the entire beat. That should only be like a hook thing. And if you did want to add it through the beat, like I feel like that's more of an those kinds of things in the verses should be more of like an engineer thing, not a prod thing, just because it could limit your audience where they can't work around those specific things throughout the verse. So if it is a beat that you are trying to, get out there and sell, post some BeatStars and stuff like that, it could really limit who might actually want to buy it, because I would think about if I really liked a beat being on something, even if it had gunshots inside of the hook, but never on a verse. I would even probably rethink that whole gunshot thing. But I think that it's loopy. I think that the arrangement is a little bit boring. You could, do better variation or melodies throughout it. I think where it's at, it's a 4 for me.
All right, next up, New is back with another track. This one is called Wasting Time.
Six figures on a check, that's a nigga bump. Performative, how you high off a key bump. I might jump off the ledge into the deep end. I might feel like myself by the weekend. I'm tuning out when they speakin'. It's habitual. I might jump off the ledge into the deep end. I might feel like myself by the weekend. Losing balance from my third leg. How you got a belly and teaching physical ed? Fucking hater, man, these thoughts are in my head. Play with my money, gonna find yourself dead. Why your shit sounds so different? If it sounded the same, tell me, would you even listen? I might jump off the ledge into the deep end. I might feel like myself by the weekend. Clarity, clarity, don't you leave, I need harmony, harmony. Clarity, clarity, don't you leave, I need harmony, harmony. Clarity, clarity, don't you leave, I need harmony, harmony. No time to waste, go run up. No time to waste, go run up. Me and you trapped inside the void. No time to waste, go run up. No time to waste, go run up. Me and you trapped inside the void. No time to waste, go run up. No time to waste, go run up. Me and you trapped inside the void. Doing the most, can't walk on a tightrope. Send your music out, but business, it is cut through. That was 6 years ago, trust I'm learning, bro. I'm doing this for myself, fucking ego. Clarity, clarity, don't you leave, I need harmony, harmony. Clarity, clarity, don't you leave, I need harmony, harmony. Clarity, clarity, don't you leave, I need harmony, harmony.
All right, that was New with Wasting Time. I still like your style. You're an out of the box conceptual person. My problems with this track is you didn't do any vocal runs in that 30-second intro that would have warmed us up to your vocal presence. Your levels were off. There were some vocals that were too low, and then there were some parts where you put a layer in and it was too high. When you add layers, sometimes you have to balance that out by lowering those sections because it'll just make it louder. And then I agree with Dog Tags. I feel like the performance was just stiff overall. Like you didn't feel relaxed in your delivery, which gave it an underwhelming presence. That said, I could hear this track like sounding super dope. It's just not where it needs to be. I want to give it a 6. I'll give it a 6. It's fine. It's a 6, but it needs a lot of work.
Yeah. Oh, what?
I'm done. It's over.
I gave it a 6.2. I think the beat's cool. It's a nice little vibe. I think that your delivery definitely needs more emotion, more energy, inflection in your rap delivery. I think that your hook, the singing is good in parts of your hook. Like you had a nice tone. I think that it needs a high end in your hook a little bit more. I think that in the part where you're saying like the no time to waste and when you go the void, it's out of key just the slightest. So I would look at maybe tuning that. I think that that could be fixed for sure with tune because you're very close. So I would definitely just go back over that with a fine tooth comb. The mix is a little bit rough. The mix is pretty rough, most of the parts of it for me. So definitely just go back through this. I do like your style. You need to tighten up, give it a little bit more energy. Really put why are you making this song? You know, you have feeling behind it. There's a reason behind it. So put that behind it. Give it the depth in your vocals that it needs.
What was your rating, Nikki?
6.2.
Okay. Yeah, I basically agree. A little bit more energy. But honestly, like I kind of dug it as well. Like it needs work, but I almost liked it despite all of the flaws. It was a fun track to listen to. You wish it was like a little bit more technically precise, right? Yeah, I'll give it a 6.1.
All right. Shout out to New. Next up, Perfectitium. Okay. This is from their first album, Perfect Tape. Okay. Perfectitium, Perfect Tape. I see what's going on here. Whoa. All right. What are we going to listen to here? You got a breakdown, entrance, welcome all, falsehood. Jesus Christ. Okay.
Wow.
And
it's all caps too.
It's all one long continuous track, so I don't know where something starts and ends. I'm just going to randomly pick somewhere.
I hope the cap doesn't mean it's screaming.
What?
I said I hope the caps doesn't mean it's screaming.
No, that's just the track list.
Looks like we'll be here for the next 44 minutes and 50 seconds. So strap in, y'all. We're here for perfectionism.
It's screaming.
Let me find something. All right, we'll start here.
There's the pause.
Maybe I picked the bad spot.
Here's the deal.
It's all your fault.
If you submit an entire album, we're just gonna do this, and it's gonna be painful for everyone.
Just
I don't
let's
know
not
them.
do it. They didn't follow directions.
I mean,
Submit a single song.
He did. He submitted a single 44-minute long song.
No, that's like an album, though, right? There's like
I think that's super helpful, but it's hard to discern.
All right.
We need to tell them to take a shot.
I'm gonna skip through just briefly and just see what we have overall.
It sounds rough overall.
Oh, maybe wrong.
Find his voice.
So it feels like a whole lot of lo-fi stuff.
I like the second part. The second one is like,
I like the vibe.
oh my god, so loud.
That hurt me.
All right. Perfectishum. I think that you may have some stuff that is good. You may have some stuff that sounds super boring. It's hard to tell without me sitting down and dedicating a full 44 minutes and 50 seconds to this. But skimming through, I like some. I don't like some. I don't know. I'll give it a 5.
Sorry, I don't know that one.
Alexa doesn't know either.
Sorry, I don't know that one.
Give it a
Yeah,
5.
I mean, I would say from just clicking through randomly that it had some that sounded like they had potential and some that sounded like I'd probably skip. So I'll go ahead and give it a 5 just to balance it out. The yin and yang, baby.
Yeah, I mean, like I like lo-fi and stuff and vibes like that. I feel like a lot of the mixes sounded a little bit rough when he was, skimming through it. So come back and give us like an actual just one song so we can listen to and give you appropriate feedback because we can't listen to this. But yeah, I'm gonna just keep it at a 5 and so you come back with something that's not 44 minutes and 50 seconds long. But the mix sounds a little rough on a lot of it. Like there's a layer. So look at that.
All right. Next up is Zach's. This is called Grace 2. Made this yesterday. Want some feedback overall. Not a professional or anything. Been making beats on FL Studio for about 1.5 years. From Florida. Always wanted to make music. Just never knew how to. A friend introduced him. Got a long road ahead of him. That's cool. Well, welcome to the show. Welcome to the community.
Welcome.
Hope you ask lots of questions and get lots of experience out of your journey here. And we're going to take a listen and tear you a new one. Or not. Maybe we'll like it. I don't know. We'll see.
Holy shit. Are you serious? 1.5 years. And yeah, I think we get it.
I think this was pretty solid for 1.5 years. It was good that you didn't overuse that vocal sample because I was worried about that. It seemed like it was going to hang around forever, but then you kind of dropped it out and the beat did its thing. I think the only thing you should probably work on is like getting the levels right. That hi-hat tambourine is a little bit too loud. Some of the drums are feel a little bit loud. So I would work on like figuring out the proper leveling. I'll try to find some guides on that, but you know, if you get the levels right, I think this is a pretty solid beat that I would give maybe upwards of an 8. Where it's at right now, I'll give it a 7 because it's good.
Yeah, dude, that was fucking fire. I'm not gonna lie, it was so good, and I am super impressed. I love the sample. I love the synth. Like Dice said, there was volume issues. Like, yeah, I was thinking it was a snare. Call it a tambourine. The drums, yeah, like just fix the levels of this. Like, I would rap over this in a heartbeat. This is my type of track. I love what you did here, and sound issues, you know, I can't really put them aside. So I'll give it an 8 with the sound issues. Super impressed.
I think that whatever that percussion arrangement that you had in here, the tambourine, the kicks, I think that they're offbeat. To me, it sounds like they don't mesh with the rest of it. I think that this is more so in the first part of the song. Then the second part, it seemed like it kind of grabbed hold finally after the hook, but it still didn't quite mesh right. So definitely check your layers, the volumes, making sure that everything is all, you know, cohesive across, because it almost sounds like there's a beat and then another beat underlying under it with that percussion on it. And it's like you just added percussion to a beat is what it sounds like a beat that was already made and already composed in certain spots. So definitely bring those together, because it's just like it's off. It's off beat at the very first part of the song when it comes in, and it's more prominent than the second part. So definitely look at that. I'm giving this, I like where this is going though. I think that it's a nice chill vibe. It's got, you know, reminds me of, I don't know, like a walking through a savannah. But I would give this where it's at a 6.
All right. Yeah, dope stuff. Welcome to the community. We typically just listen to one track per person because we usually have a lot of submissions. I saw you posted another one in there. If you want to go ahead and repost that in the queue, we'll listen to it early next week as opposed to 2.5 hours into the show. Or if you really wanted more feedback tonight, you can either subscribe or tip and we'll listen to it immediately. Either way, up to you, but good stuff. Next up is Bad Conduct, straight out of New Zealand. He said, give him the works. This is called Not Worthy.
It must have all been a dream. I could never be the man you need. You're not worthy, not worthy of me. You ignite like my life, keep the struggle locked away. It's alright, we did tough times, never heard words you say. You came, gave me life, I tried to take mine away. You learn, you showed me light, never again feel the same. I feel insane, whole blame, change, spark, redirection, save face to pain cage, still learn to listen. Believe hurt hits again when worlds crumble into pain. Raise your love, the path from this prison. Every moment bliss, even disguise, mask my eyes been complex, sorry I told lies. Myself I despise, taken to the edge, tipped into fires. I heard you crying up, words to last a lifetime. Inside I died with my hands struck in frustration, riding cuffs at night. I see my mind stop failing. Never said it was right, but it was right, you trying. I need to see you fight, but I shouldn't be fighting. It must have all been a dream. I could never be the man you need. You are not worthy, not worthy. It must have all been a dream. I could never be the man you need. You are not worthy, not worthy of me. Fighting frustrated between love and distrust. For you my heart races, to be seen by you I lust. Have too many faces for you to back the masks. Love written these pages, please and love to trust. And for the rest I just don't give a fuck anymore. No more tears, no more nights crying on the floor. I confess you're the best and now my heart I do pour. I can't forget the past but my vision's only forward. There are mistakes I can't afford to make again. Never back to those places, now I've awakened. This dream
state, race as fast as we pretend. By my neck your grip holds me in suspense, suspended above the cliff with toes tipping the edge. If we stumble now we fly together to our death. On repeat, circles blaming us, sorry's been said. For you my love, I give my blood, give my life, give everything. It must have all been a dream. I could never be the man you need. You are not worthy, not worthy. It must have all been a dream. I could never be the man you need. You are not worthy, not worthy of me. Everything I tried to give, even step to my death. I know you don't believe I give my last breath. We've seen each other through some stupid tears. Now I walk away empty-handed from this shitty mess. This mess I created that has left our love torn. Wish from the drugs this love wasn't born. Wish we'd never fought or seen hate at all. Now I hear you whisper, I've heard it all before. Before you'd heard it and again I was so deaf. Was say it till you're broken, now there's nothing left. Why did I have these crazy circles spinning in my head, trying to mold you when I should've just loved instead? Instead, caught up on something that didn't exist. Run around chasing you like some damn idiot. Why I was blinded, caught on some bullshit. I'm sorry baby, I made it hard for you to live. It must have all been a dream. I could never be the man you need. You are not worthy, not worthy. It must have all been a dream. I could never be the man you need. You are not worthy, not worthy of me.
All right, that was Not Worthy by Bad Conduct.
It's been so long since he submitted. I thought that it was better than the stuff that I've heard before from him. I think that I liked your low layer and your hook. That sound, and I was trying to like listen to it differently in my monitor. I liked your tone, but like in that dub that you had that in the hook. I think that throughout, and you had it spread kind of like ad libs throughout your verse, and I almost would like to hear that hear a whole dub, because I think that your highs, the brights are a little bit prominent in your mix and in your tone. I think it's because of your tone, the tone of your voice. So I think that having that low end of that double would balance that out a little bit more and just bring it, I guess, more polished across and sonically pleasing. I think that your energy was a lot better in your delivery. You were, I feel like you definitely sound like you have gotten better in your delivery too. And I did like the hook. I thought that it was catchy. And I liked the layers in the hook. I think that like when you say worthy, and there's a couple slight spots when you're singing where it could just be tuned the slightest. And I don't think that it would hurt the sound as long as it's not over tuned. I think that it would just help you. I'm going to go with a 6.5 for this.
I think that there were elements about this that I liked, right? I think that you were on beat, you had the right song structure. The tough part was the quality of the verses, right? There was like this, it wasn't a high pass, but there was just this high, just buzzing, right? Like the quality was just a little bit off. And I don't know if that scratchiness was, what you were recording with, or the mix, or maybe it was a choice, but it made it hard to kind of understand what you were saying. I think the chorus could also use some improvement. It felt like the way you drew out the words was just a little awkward, right? Were they? And it felt like it also needed a high layer to balance it out. The main vocal layer you had on was just a little bit loud, and I would have wanted a higher layer falsetto to kind of flesh it out a little bit. Not a bad track though. I'll give it a 6 as well.
Yeah, I agree with stuff Bird said. I thought the mix was doo-doo. The verses were performed well. Boo-boo ass mix. didn't like the hook that much. I would say if you can get another vocalist to perform it, I would tend to lean in that direction if you don't want to rewrite it. If you do want to perform it yourself, I would rewrite some of the wording so that you're not trying to hang on words and sing things out of key. Verses were solid though. Yeah, again, don't know who you keep going to for these mixes, but they're pee poo poo. Please stop.
There's Skyria.
But yeah, you definitely have made vast improvements. So shout out to you.
You know, and it's only a credit for us, right? Every single person that submits to us that gets better, if they've ever submitted one song to us, it's probably us. It's our reasoning. We're the reason they're better. You're welcome.
I wasn't going to say it, but you know, it speaks for itself.
Hell yeah.
All right. But shout out to Bad Conduct. Shout out to New Zealand. And next up is One Hum. This is a track called Nowadays.
Hell yeah. 10 of 10 name. Oh, cool cover art too.
I want to pour some milk on a hot chick's ass.
That is fucking wild.
I ain't really shit, I admit it. I'm just trying to get some money, get back home and split the difference. I don't even notice all the critics. I just keep my focus going. When they talk, I just hear crickets. Nah, I don't even know what I'm doing. Any moment here and it could all be ruined. They love to say that there's brighter days. I got my focus on the move. I just got a job, if I don't like it, I'ma quit it. If I hustle, get locked up, then I'ma fight it, get acquitted. I'm too different. We don't live the same way. I was serving weight since before I hit the 8th grade. In the hallway, it was payday, I was always on my grind. Don't worry about what they say, it was always on my mind. I'm just trying to maintain, I've been broke at times. Now I ball out for all the moments I couldn't shine. If I catch a felony, I got quick feet. If I snap, some of y'all are going 6 deep. I've been over the edge for about 6 weeks. All that time spent in my bed, still I miss sleep. Maybe I just need to smoke. I've been trying hard, but some things I can't let go. Yeah, I've been stressing on the road. Can't be without a smile. If I'm down, I hit the road. Maybe I just need to smoke. I've been trying hard, just some things I can't let go. Yeah, I've been stressing on the low. Can't be without a smile. If I'm down, I hit the road. Finally got out that deep depression. Laced up my kicks and treat the losses as a lesson. I'm back on my shit, I'll be back home in a bit. We used to flip a pack with the strap back in the whip. I used to be homeless, I was backpacking and shit. My ex broke my heart, now I'm back macking again. Y'all look like food, I must be Pac-Man to this bitch. Out here on the move like I'm the last man to exist. Everything I touch is dope like I slam grams. I could tell you where it goes like the Grand Slam. The second they question, I turn into a madman. The way I ride the beat, you might wanna go and change the tempo. They thought I rock designer, but cheap clothes is what I'm into. Sorry for all the bad shit that I did do. So sinful. I wonder if they'll ever understand us. They left us all alone by ourselves, we had to manage. We broke a couple laws, yeah we did what we had to. Popping Xanax like it's past due. Maybe I just need to smoke. I've been trying hard, but some things I can't let go. Yeah, I've been stressing on the road. Can't be without a smile. If I'm down, I hit the road. Maybe I just need to smoke. I've been trying hard, just some things I can't let go. Yeah, I've been stressing on the low. Can't be without a smile. If I'm down, I hit the road. I bet you wouldn't even know the way I hold myself and the way that I'm composed. I act like I'm aight, but got this weight up on my soul. I speak up through your speakers, you don't get fed if your mouth's closed. I'm trying to eat. I can flip this shit, let me find a beat. He's looking all nervous on stage, he's grinding teeth. Give me his spot then, I'll get it locked in. Make them feel good like they're on Oxycontin. My shit's too dope, you can't fight with Suboxone. I'll pick up the mic and throw punches like we're boxing. This world's crazy, spend every day trying to navigate it. But it gets hard when your motivation turns to aspiration. People you thought were by your side start evaporating. Sometimes I sit back, smoke a blunt and think it's fascinating. Shit was all bad like a tumor. Now I feel like an inmate who just got Huber. of humor. Maybe I just need to smoke. I've been trying hard, but some things I can't let go. Yeah, I've been stressing on the road. Can't be without a smile. If I'm down, I hit the road. Maybe I just need to smoke. I've been trying hard, but some things I can't let go. Yeah, I've been stressing on the road. Can't be without a smile. If I'm down, I hit the road.
All right, that was One Hum with Nowadays. Look, I feel like that track was just too boring. I just found myself drastically unentertained by the pace of the track, especially when you had 3 long feeling verses and very clearly pronounced words. The vocals were too low, and it's too dull, man. There's nothing that's animated or exciting about me. Not that everybody has to be an animated rapper or anything, but it's just the beat is lulling me to sleep, and you're very basic approach
Monotone.
to the track. Huh?
Monotone.
I don't think he was monotone. He just doesn't have a lot of vocal inflections, which is fine. It's just the track feels boring.
The track overall is just monotone, just across the board.
No, the track is boring. He's not monotone. It's just the vocals are too low. I would give this a 4. Generously, because he at least knows how to make a song.
I would call the track monotone because it was just like the same energy across the board.
How to promote your shitty music. That's a great follow-up video.
Jesus Christ.
Didn't plan that, sorry.
So I think that your hook was probably my favorite part of it. I liked it. I thought it was a nice little catchy smoking hook, chill vibes hook. I feel like you need to tighten up a lot throughout it. I feel like you're kind of a little bit more experienced haunted rapper is what your tone reminded me of. And you actually, like, when I'm comparing you against Haunted, like, you actually did have inflection in spots and you had a good delivery in certain spots, but it was so just the same, you know. That's why I say monotone. I don't know what else to call it. Everything just very the same, plain, just across the board, you know, which made it almost seem like you didn't have any type of emotion, but I did hear some emotion throughout your delivery. I think that you're off more toward offbeat more towards the end when you start kind of just talking and going into that rap before your outro. And I overall, I'm gonna give this a 6. I don't think that the emotion and stuff was as bad as Dice thought that it was, because I did hear different inflections and I actually noted that too. But I'm also wondering if I was grading you against Haunted Rapper because that's the first thing that I heard.
But knows who Haunted the Rapper is.
No one knows who the fuck he is. No one cares who the fuck he
Like,
is.
he sounded like him, so that's what it reminded me of. It would be a next level of him. So I would just definitely say keep going because it's at least more advanced than a lot of the artists that we've had submit.
All I'll say is this is the guy with the farmer dropping milk on the chick's ass, right?
Yep.
Yeah. 10 of 10 album art. Yeah, for sure. That was fire. I'm not gonna lie, I was expecting a little bit more polish, a little bit more experience when the rap came in, just based on the cover alone. I think that all of the things everyone said were accurate. Vocals too loud. Just didn't feel like you were rapping with confidence, man. Like, it just didn't make me care about what you were saying. I'll give it. I didn't hate it. I'll give it a 4. I wasn't quite indifferent about it, which would be a 5.
And he hated it.
I'd say a 4 is like is a little bit less than indifferent. I disliked listening to it for those reasons.
It was
I don't think that it was like bad. You know, it was just it was there, you know, and
wasn't bad,
I
it
feel
was
like he's on the
boring.
precipice, on the brink of like being able to really like, you know, when you hit that point where you just get it and everything starts clicking. I feel like he's on the brink. I've been there. I'm
I
still
don't know
on the
about all that. I don't know if
What
he's on the
a
brink.
weird jump you made.
What?
What would make you think that he's on the precipice of getting
Because
it?
I hear it and like his specific, there is things that he does give emotion to and inflections in his delivery, and it's like he's so close. It seems like that he could do it if he just put it like tried.
Sometimes it
I
feels like
agree.
they're
I
just
would
trying
give
to
it
be positive.
Raquel Records. It sucked the energy out of like even the bad tracks that we had. It sucked more energy out of the room than the bad tracks that we've listened to.
Yeah, because the bad tracks were just like shaking our heads the whole time, like, what? This
No.
was kind of like, meh.
Yeah.
I think out of the people we've listened to that have a tone like his, he's a lot closer to being there than anybody else.
Well, he can prove us wrong. On the next
does.
episode of Somewhat Honest Reviews. But right now we got 2 more tracks. One from Cyclone and then one from Sneakahead, aka Trevo. First up, Cyclone. This is called Dream.
Did he make it somewhere in voice chat?
I don't know. It says this is a bit of an older song. Let us know what he thinks. Something different. Cyclone, every track that you submitted is something different that you tried out. Can you do something the same and like get better at that before you try out something new?
Motherfucker made 3,000 songs or something.
500 songs in the last year.
Yeah.
Sorry, just bracing myself. All right. This is called Dream by Cyclone.
I just can't think of anything going on in my life. Still feels like I'm in a dream. On and long, just gonna walk up to the sky, gonna reach new heights. Walk up to the sky, gonna see my home there. I just can't wait for all this to end. Coming down slow. Just can't help it inside. It'll be following me all my life every day. I just wanna get out. Don't wanna hold down. Don't wanna hold down. Don't wanna fall back down. Starting to get lonely down here. It feels like I'm in my head every day. Can't find a way out. Inside, will stay there for long. I just can't think of anything going on in my life. Still feels like I'm in a dream. On and long, just gonna walk up to the sky, gonna reach new heights. Walk up to the sky, gonna see my home there. I just can't wait for all this to end. Just want this chaos to end. It will never stop. It will never stop. Stop now. Just can't control myself now. Just leave. Just walk out.
Fuck out of here, Cyclone. What the fuck? Look, here's where I'm at. I agree with Ray. This is the best version of you that we've heard because you're not like constantly falling off the beat. But please, fuck out of here. I need you to sit down and write a song and stop freestyling it. I know it's cool. It's the end thing for the young artists these days. Like, oh, I'm gonna just do it off the top of my head and I'm gonna punch in and it's just a vibe. What? Fuck that shit, man. Write something down where you can like get a consistent thought from like start to finish. Like, I can't remember one memorable thing that you said in here. The tones and the melodies were cool in some of the parts towards the end, but none of the shit was memorable or catchy. Like, damn, it's not a bad thing to write down lyrics. I don't understand why people are so like anti pen paper or writing it down. Like, it doesn't make you less of an artist. Like, just because you take more time to craft and polish it doesn't make it a bad piece of work. You're progressing as far as your artistry, but you're degressing as far as what you actually are saying. You're not saying anything that's relevant that is going to resonate with your audience. And I beg of you to please like sit down and write a song and stop freestyling 500 songs that go nowhere. 5 out of 10.
Couldn't agree more. Look who's caring about lyrics all of a sudden. Maybe
I
after
don't care about
2000
lyrics, but when the guy's like, blah, 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 like just all over the fucking place, it's just annoying as fuck.
maybe after 2,000 shows with me, you're finally starting to catch on.
No, fuck the lyrics. Just say some shit that I can remember.
Oh, I thought it was just about tones, though. That's fine.
I said the tones were fine, but the shit he was saying is just so.
Say anything that makes sense. Say anything that rhymes. Say anything.
It's like nonsensical stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. It 100% Dice hit it 1,000% on the head. You're getting better musically and worse lyrically, and so I guess it's just kind of a wash.
This is something old, though. Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
It's old because he just freestyles a new song every day. But it's in his sense, this is probably old.
I
And
feel
it's
like
like
his
2 months
vocals
old.
sounded better in this than the recent shit we've heard.
I think this was the best sounding thing, if just from my leak brain memory. Like it's forget everything else, forget previous submissions. This track itself sounded good. I think from just the tones you were using, the melodies, cool. But like I said, you said nothing, and it made me want to turn it off because I was like, what is even happening here? It feels like I'm listening to a toddler tell a story. You know what I mean? Like, have you ever heard
And
a
then
fucking 5-year-old tell a fucking what happened today story?
Yeah, I got one here.
Yeah. And then the Power Rangers was a dinosaur. I like fishing.
literally. Oh, geez. Yeah, I'm where these guys are at. Oh, wait, what was your score?
5.
5. I'm where everybody else is at. This structure is absolutely impossible to follow. The lyrics are absolutely impossible to follow. I feel like it's a trick. I feel like you write not writing, you're freestyling. Obviously, these are not written lyrics. If they are, then like, I don't know. That's really crazy. You need to take some lyrics classes or writing classes. Like, this has definitely got to be a freestyle. Like, there's no way it's not. But I feel like it's a trick freestyle, like, because it doesn't make sense, and then like 2 lines you'll make sense, and you'll be like, okay, but you just talked about this, and then you don't make sense again, and then you just spiral. And I feel like you're just tricking us. It's annoying. With hardly any rhymes. Like, I just at this point do spoken poetry. Like,
Cyclone,
I don't know.
Cyclone, let me ask you this. When you sit down to freestyle a song, do you have a coherent thought about what that song is supposed to be, or you just make it up for each line?
It's so confusing. I'm going to give it a 5.5 because your tone and your key and everything seemed hell of a lot better than it has been in the other stuff that we've heard. And it's like, but then I'm just like, well, I finally can actually listen to what he's saying, but like, I don't want to because I don't fucking understand it. I feel like I'm being tricked. So 5.5 for tricking me. Joke's on you.
I also like how he says this is old and it's 5 months.
5 months ago.
I know.
That's not old in the sense of the
Bro,
world.
you know what's old for me? A song that I recorded like 8 years ago that Rogue keeps asking me to release. That's old.
My oldest music is May of 2022. That's my oldest music.
All right.
Holy shit,
Shout out
it's almost
Cyclone. It's never anything personal with us. We just like trying to figure out musically what the hell you're trying to do. All right.
You got something there. You know, I think we all can agree. You have something there. It's just we
We
wish
just
you
don't know
would-
what the fuck it is.
It's like I want to like take and pull like pieces of like the things that you do good in certain songs, and then you like fuck in the other songs, and like and just put them all together in this little tornado or cyclone.
Yeah, you're right, Raquel. We should have known better. His name is Cyclone. It's just going to be a whirlwind of feces, and we'll never know. What we're
Rattling
gonna
toddler cyclone music. This shit is wild.
Be
pretty
wow.
much sees what comes in your mind while you're making it. All right, you got me. You got me. Look at me assuming. All right. Yeah, write some shit down, man. Just try it one time, please. I'll pay you. I'll give you
Something like
$20
that.
if you write a song down and take a
Something like
picture of the
that.
lyrics and then perform it. All right. Last up for the night.
Put it in a structure. Give him a format.
16, 8, 16, 8. 16.
No intro, no outro. Cold stop. Cold ending.
All right. Last up for the night. This is Trevo Measure, produced by Not Average. Above Average. It's a good name. Not Average. Not mad at that.
Get my mind right, man. So much time it took me. Thought you was with me, but you always overlooked me. Use my feet to run it up. You just playing footsie. Saying out the way to see Trevor had to book me. Get my mind right, man. So much time it took me. Thought you was with me, but you always overlooked me. Every time. Use my feet to run it up. You just playing footsie. Saying out the way to see Trevor had to book me. I'm out the way. Constant overthinking, reason I can't even sleep sound. Constant fake feelings. Reason I don't be around. Thinking I'm giving up. Y'all gonna have to hold me down. A lot of fake friends. We was throwing caps, wearing gowns. Hustling on your business. Then you hear it spread around. Swear I used to catch feelings faster than AJ Brown. Ask for mans for help. Then they got no cheese around. Had some long nights, man, just driving up mine. Long nights in my room, trying to get some shit together. We ain't have no AC. Me, I like sweater weather, stuck in one place. I don't even got a tether. Scale of AC with my eyes, I don't even got a measure. I'm a mama. I done spent so much money on this shit, man. I swear to God, just look at it and be like, here you go, bro. Here you go, yo.
Thank you, Cyclone.
That's right, every time, bro. Had $1 on my plate, like that fucking boy Capone. Think I'm living two lives, like that kid from Chalks. Y'all swear that boy Modrix. Yeah, I'm Osmosis Jones, feeling like Kevin. Swear I'm always home alone. I ain't get this shit from here, I had to import it. Said he coming cool. Seen his ass four-door, crying about likes. Boy, you know it's not important. Stressing all day, but you know that won't help your motion. Think I got a life jacket off the suite, it got me flowing. Trevor always solo. For some better days, I'm hoping, tweaking in my head. Outside, I'm always joking, said you on your grind. When I see you, always loafing. Every time. You wasn't doing nothing you said you was doing, bro. Get my mind right, man. So much time it took me. Thought you was with me, but you always overlooked me. Use my feet to run it up. You just playing footsie. Staying out the way to see Trevor had to book me. Hella images in my head with no picture frame. Oh, that's my mans. Me and bro think the same. Legend like John. I don't play the blame game. Sometimes love and hate feeling like the same thing. Me and bro think the same. Went through the same pain. Throw your shit away like candy at a kiss parade. All your shit a act, boy. I think you be good at trades. Remember after Halloween used to be candy trades. Swear I'm always up. Man, I ain't slept in days. Man, I miss some days when we all on the fucking game. Stressing about 2K. Man, I swear his shit done changed. Said he food is packing. Seen his ass cop at gauge. Cuts on my bills. Now I'm just spending more. Shit don't make no sense. Like these people going to war. I don't send no keys. Still here opening doors. Hall of Fame at 34. Man, I think I'm Maya Moore. Yeah. Shout out Maya Moore, man. Shout out that boy Jerry, too.
All right. That was Trevo with Measure. D-Bird, I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
We're old now. What would you do if you were sitting at a table with a nice young lady and she started playing footsie with you? Would you be into it, or would you be like, bitch, stop kicking me?
I love footsies.
I think if it ain't moving up to foot jobs, then stop it. You know?
I love
Like Thanksgiving dinner, you're rubbing the legs. You're like, okay. Well, you know, where we're going with this? Are you going to creep on up? You're going to continue going? Or we're just going to stand here and, you know, pretend we're
Where's
not
the only place you can go from the floor?
The cock. All right. Look, I feel like there's some melodic tones missing from the hook that would make it feel less basic. The way that you're delivering in some parts, it feels like it just goes off on a tangent of its own, different from the beat. I feel like you're capable of polishing this up. It's just something about the delivery is just throwing it off for me. And I think the hook would be better suited if it was smoother and less rapping than how you got it. I'll give it a 4.
I feel like this was kind of like the energy was kind of like a blast through energy, like you just kind of kept going and doing the same thing. And I feel like it was offbeat a lot. You need to tighten up on your flow, your delivery. I think that, you know, maybe a little bit different melodies in it. I don't know, it just really didn't do much for me. It was kind of not average, but it wasn't above average either. So I'm gonna go with 5 here. I didn't hate it, but it was just, I don't know. It was off a lot. A lot of it was off for me.
Yeah. For me, it felt a little long. I think that, like, you've definitely, like, it's not his first day, right? Like, he's definitely got some experience behind him. I think, you know, the delivery was all right. Like, the cadences were cool. I just didn't believe it as much. I think it needs a little bit more interesting emphasis. Like, you got to be a little bit more emotive, a little bit more expressive. And the lyrics were all right too. You know, you're talking about your shit. I'll give it a 5 because it was one of those tracks for me that I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it. Middle of the road.
All right. I feel like we can't end the show like this. Is there something we can play? It's like,
I was about to submit one for next week to actually get feedback for Baby Blue before I find something to mix it.
is there something that we've released that we can play that will make us pep in our step a little bit?
That we've released?
Yeah.
Oof. Whatever you want, big boy.
We're about to release something, but I think that I'm offbeat on it. So I think I can do it.
All right.
You play that.
I'm gonna
you played all of my shit.
No. I mean, I don't want to put anybody on the spot. You know, if you guys don't have anything to volunteer.
I have Baby Blue. You can play Gushin. No.
Hold on.
Maybe.
You know what? Fuck it. Hold on. Let me find something.
Play the full Glock out.
We've played Glock out so many times.
I love it. I wish that it was on Spotify because I really wish that I could add it to my workout playlist.
Soon enough.
All right,
have the whole record up on Spotify.
Stay Alive up. I just it's all stuff I listen to in my files.
Here's something. We haven't listened to this in a long time. Cody Nash and Shy Money. I like this song. I don't think everybody likes it, but I like this song. Let's listen to Rainbow Road. Fucking Rainbow Road.
Shout out Mario Kart.
Yeah. Everybody likes Mario Kart, right? Let's give Shy Money. I saw he's back recording tracks. Haven't heard from him in a while. Let's go out on a high note. Here's some of the White Collar Rhymes crew, Cody Nash, Shy Money. It's called Rainbow Road. All right, you gotta go out happy, everybody. Let's be happy.
Gotta go on Rainbow Road in the games, right? This is not a real Rainbow Road. Or is there? It's probably, there's some place. Go!
You've been spotted on a mountain, drank from youthful fountains, found a pot of gold, drove on Rainbow Road. We should hope to be as down as everyone around us, worshiping the feet of the idols we know. Yeah, everything built's only bound to break down. What goes up, well, what comes now? Hating on hate, I've been loving on truth. Yeah, they tell me, well, wait, so I tell them, no, you. If I'ma make a move, yeah, I'ma be the glue. Hold it all together as I watch us all lose. The world's a funny place and we all pay dues. Push it to the end while you find a clue. You've been spotted on a mountain, drank from youthful fountains, found a pot of gold, drove on Rainbow Road. We should hope to be as down as everyone around us, worshiping the feet of the idols we know. We go away, but it's fun till it's over. Enjoy your stay. Keep the bread by the toaster. We go away, but it's fun till it's over. Enjoy your stay. Keep the bread by the toaster. You've been spotted on a mountain, drank from youthful fountains, found a pot of gold, drove on Rainbow Road. We should hope to be as down as everyone around us, worshiping the feet of the idols we know.
I'm a god and ain't for a discussion. After I've been crossed, I ain't worshiping nothing. Your wishes and visions isn't dizzy, you see. I got rid of dead weight, now I'm living for me. Life is gonna change and it's gonna change you. Times get hard, but I never blamed you. And all would I still be involved in? Being what I planned got me feeling nostalgic.
You've been spotted on a mountain, drank from youthful fountains, found a pot of gold, drove on Rainbow Road. We should hope to be as down as everyone around us, worshiping the feet of the idols we know. We go away, but it's fun till it's over. Enjoy your stay. Keep the bread by the toaster. We go away, but it's fun till it's over. Enjoy your stay. Keep the bread by the toaster.
I like that track because he talks about bread.
I like that track because Cody Nash says a whole lot of shit that I don't understand, but I sing the hook every fucking time. And that's what I mean. It's like
Keep
man,
the bread by the toaster. Yeah.
If you're gonna say a bunch of gibberish, at least make it catchy, man. Come on.
That is the fucking catchiest instructions on cooking.
All right. Well, appreciate everybody who dropped off some tracks tonight for us to listen to and enjoy. Will we be back Wednesday doing this once again? Nikki and her siblings have a show Saturday. So they're going to listen to some music.
The Smoke Show will be on 420 Saturday. Me and my siblings, the Joe Jam, Smoking Latte, Vulgar Banshee, Rollin' Rick, and myself. And we're going to react to. We have a queue in the Discord for any Smoke Show related songs, and anything that we haven't heard, we're going through and adding everything to a playlist. We're going to listen to it and see how we feel. Maybe throw some oldies but goodies in there that we all do know. But yeah, exciting. So drop anything that maybe is something we haven't heard, something independent, hell, one of your smoking songs.
All right.
Something
So until next time, appreciate y'all for sliding through. As usual, we're gonna raid a friend of the show, Ghost House. Shout out to Rich over in Denver, Colorado. If you didn't like your review on our show, go give it to him. I'm sure he'll nod and smile and give you a glowing review. And that's probably what you want, right?
Of course it is.
Right.
Because you're a fat little compliment piggy. You little fat piggy fuck. Compliment pig.
Okay. I don't know who that was directed at, but
you audience, you.
Okay. Yeah. Shout out everybody. We'll see y'all next time on the flip side. Toodaloo.
Well, bye. Have a good week.